What is up, guys? It is Wraith. I am back. It is Joy Toy time. It is ToyHammer Before Dark. This time we got a little bit early, and it's because we have a special guest, another special guest from Europe, all the way from Sweden. We have Emil Wickman, the special, awesome customizer of Mythic Legions, and he is an awesome, huge Warhammer 40K fan. So, Emil, I want to say thank you for coming onto the show today. We're going to talk all about your stuff. So, thank you, Emil.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, dude, I've been waiting for this since we talked last Legions Con. So, I've been waiting to have you on to talk about Warhammer 40K and your idea and what you like. Spoiler, I already know your favorite chapter, so we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So, and we also have helping me today, not tonight, today as my co-host is going to be Blake ReconRage. So thank you, sir, for helping me out as well as joining me on this one.
Whoa! Absolutely, it's a pleasure to be here with my favorite ice god down below there. You know, I mean, he is the man, the mythic master of changes and arts when it comes to customizing, and he's an artist, he's an author, he is the ice god from Sweden.
We have a little bit of technical difficulties today. As if anybody watched my stream last time on Discord, we had a little bit of technical difficulties with the Discord chat and things lagging, and of course it spreads onto today. So Blake cannot see Emil. Emil cannot see Blake. Well, I'm gonna tell Blake when it's time to watch a showing off of a figure to look on YouTube, even though it's going to be a little bit behind. We're going to work with it and we'll see how it works out today. So this should be fun. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to having you on the show, Emil, for a while. I love having you on the show, Blake. You guys offer very good insight and a different perspective on Warhammer 40K. Plus, Blake has an insane collection. So
insane
collections
in the membrane.
I want to highlight really quickly some of the people in chat, and then I'll highlight some of your comments as we go through it as well, guys. But we had DG in here, so thank you, Mr. Moderator. We got DG, who's also part of our Discord. By the way, we have a Discord, believe it or not. If you want to be a part of it, just follow me here, follow me on Instagram, and message me on Instagram, and I'll shoot you the invite. We also have Same Time Toys. What's going on, dude? Thank you for jumping in. We got Trevor, the Ultramarine fan. I know that he's here to see more of Blake's Ultramarines as well. We got Mr. Lone, the Thousand Sun brother fan. So we have him on as well. And yeah, so we're ready to roll. So Emil and Blake, thank you again, guys, for jumping on here. We're going to quickly highlight some of the news from JOYTOY that has happened for this week, because I want to jump right into Emil stuff, but I want to get through the weekly news because we actually had some weekly news this time. So I'm going to quickly share my screen and we'll jump into this. So you guys can see my screen, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Perfect, good.
Yep.
So again, the last news that we got was the Ultramarines RP helmet. Right, so we got a wearable helmet by, let me click my country that I'm in the United States. So we got the roleplay helmet, and this is the first of its kind. I went over this a little bit, but I want to get Emil's reaction to this, being a Warhammer 40K fan. And this is really the first time that they've actually put out an actual licensed helmet that you can wear. So what is your reaction and what is your feel for someone who's been a fan and seeing this for the first time?
Well, I think it's amazing. I have a backstory about can come back to that later when it comes to merchandise and action figures and stuff outside of the actual minifigures for the game. Sure. But we'll take that later. But it's I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of people were complaining about, Warhammer, that they're doing this and that they should have gone. There's other like vendors who could do this, like third-party vendors who could do this better. And I'm sure that is the case. But there's a couple of things here. Go ahead, Emil.
No, well, I mean, what do you mean that the details are not good enough or that the quality isn't good
there's
enough.
some third-party people who make helmets, right? Unlicensed helmets, and they feel like those are better helmets, right? Better quality.
Okay, okay.
And so that's what people were upset with, right? Because they feel like the Games Workshop should have gone to them because they have better quality and stuff like that.
Mhm.
What I'll say again, and I said this last time, is they have a relationship with JOYTOY, and they know that they put out good products. They put out good stuff. They have a track record, so they're going to go with the people that they already have a license with and they've worked with, right? And so they know that their quality is there. They're going to get these products out there.
Well, don't you also think so that, I mean, if some of these people are making better third-party helmets, you know, I mean, if they would reach out, do we know if they have reached out to Games Workshop?
Nope, no idea.
No. So I mean, if Games Workshop has, you know, JOYTOY has a license with them, and you know they expand on that and ask, can we make helmets, you know?
I 100% agree.
And I say, yeah. I mean, the thing is, many people who do third-party things, I don't think that they realize that they could go full license with this, you know, if you just take one more step and reach out. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Correct. And then one of the things I showed people is this is my Grey Knight's helm, right? So I had this 3D printed and all created, right? It's awesome. I can wear it, but this thing cost me like $400. Okay.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, it's very hard to wear that thing too. I can't really see out of it. This comes with a stand. If you want it, you don't have to buy it with the stand. The eyes light up. My eyes don't light up. I have to put that in there. Everything with that I'm showing you on the screen right here is $159. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so from the perspective of how much, I know it costs a little bit more with shipping, but if you buy from the official Warhammer site, it's like $170 and you get a free t-shirt too. But anyway, like I was saying though, I think this is awesome. I think,
Yeah, I agree.
If this was a Grey Knight helm, I would have already ordered it.
Yes.
Okay, I have a Grey Knight helm behind me as part of my cosplay that's on right now. That was part of a $3,000 cosplay. You know what I mean?
I have something. I have a thought process I want to throw in here.
Sure.
So two things. One, I think there's for the people that are a little up in arms about it or a little frustrated, I think they're jumping the gun. Let's think about this. JOYTOY makes quality figures.
Mhm.
They are the best 1/18 figure, as far as I'm concerned, out there in the market.
Correct.
Okay. So why are individuals jumping to conclusions worried about this? Because if they take the same aspect and the quality they put in their figures and put it in this helmet could be better than Black Series helmets, which are pretty good helmets. Hasbro's, you know, I think the big key takeaway for me is, what does the inside look?
Yeah.
What is, when you wear it, what's the inside? You know, is there an actual decent setup that you can put it on? It'll be comfortable to wear for an hour or 30 minutes or whatever. I think those are the two big takeaways. One, can't jump the gun yet. JOYTOY is known for quality, so give them a second to prove themselves. And number two, is it going to be wearable and comfortable inside, or is this going to be a hollow shell? You're going to put some sticky tack on your head, like an action figure, and stick it on your head. And me being bald, my sticky tack works. So.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't want to bring that up.
Oh, I'm good with my hair, or the lack of it.
No, listen, I agree with you guys. I've had the Black Series Mandalorian helmet, and the inside of that thing is awesome, right? As far as like how detailed it is. It also has cushions as part of the detail. So I would assume that this is going to be somewhat of the same way, because it only makes sense from the quality that we've seen from the JOYTOY figures.
Mhm.
We should have included some a picture from the inside. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think, let me go to the merch site because I think that.
Well, the interesting part the question I have about the inside is that mount, that bracket has a square peg at the top of it. If you go back and look at that mount. Yep. What does that connect to inside?
I guess that there must be two hollow portions inside of the helmet.
Is the helmet actually wearable? Do you have to take out a component that goes in? Well, I mean, I get that, but I mean, is it wearable to the point where it's comfortable, or is that a plug-in segment that you put on the stand? You know, there's a lot of unanswered questions.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, my biggest thing is I've bought 2 third-party helms They're expensive, and the inside of them are not finished. Okay, my cosplay one, I have to actually put stuff in because I have wires that if I didn't put anything in, they'd literally be sitting on the top of my hair. So again, I feel like, and this one lights up, right? This one lights up. By the way, if you've ever had a helmet on and you've tried to have light up eyes, you can't see shit, dude. Like literally, it's like someone shining flashlights in your eyeballs. You can't see anything at all. So it's cool that they added this, but being able to see through this, unless they're pointing the lights outward, right, and they're not shining in your eyes, that's the only way that this would work. But again, if you buy it from, this is the craziest thing. This is the merch. This is the official Games Workshop merch site, and they've actually had this for the cheapest out of everybody. $169.99. If you go to Cool Toys, to JOYTOY or Cool Toys Club, you're paying an additional $144 because of the tariff tax that's shipping over there. But this is the first time that I've seen, and on top of that, if you buy it, you also get a free T-shirt. I'm wearing my free T-shirt from when I bought the horse figure, as well as Just Aryan Terminators and Abaddon, and I got a free T-shirt from Games Workshop. So again, this is a no-brainer for me. If I was buying this, which I'm not going to because I already have 2 helms, I would purchase this one. So what is your final thoughts on this one, Emil?
Final thought is, I think it's great that they're doing this, and it will be interesting to see when people get it in hand. Maybe we'll see some more realistic shots of it.
Sure.
And people. So I'm not sure. Is there out on YouTube anything where people are holding this or reviewing this? Not yet, right?
Actually, there was I just saw some pictures from JOYTOY this past weekend. I think had a something like a Tokyo show or some type of a show where they did have some pictures of it. So if you go on Facebook, on the JOYTOY official Facebook, I think that they have some pictures there. So
why I'm so very pro this is because Games Workshop in the past have been really against merchandise. They really not put up much, because they want to put focus all they have on miniature figures.
Yep.
So just branching out to toys was a big thing a couple of years ago, and now when they actually put out some more stuff, or I think that's a very interesting move, and I like it. So that's where I'm at it with this. And take it that I don't know anything about the quality compared to third-party people, or so I take that out of the equation for me.
Sure.
But I think this is a cool concept to go with.
Yeah. Blake, are you getting this? Or are you going to wait to see how it fits?
Yeah, I got kind of a big melon. So, it's not super big, but hey, look at all this. I got to shove all this inside that Titus helmet. So, I'm gonna sit back and wait, to be honest with you, because I was looking at LT Cave.
Yeah.
LT Cave right now, stand and helmet, $300.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yep. This one with shipping to me in New York with the T-shirt from Merchhammer is $50 extra, so it's $210 if I want to get this. Or 220 actually. Sorry, 220. This is 160.
Well, yeah, I would definitely do that because I don't get the T-shirt with LT Cave, and it's $300. Shipping's included though, but still.
Yeah.
For $300, it better be free shipping.
Yeah. With all the tariff charges.
Better come with a special message from Titus himself to me.
I will say this: when the summer preview happened of Games Workshop a couple of weeks ago, there was a gentleman on there, and one of the questions was, will this fit a larger head? And the guy's like, I'm a bald dude with a huge melon. You go back to the portion of it and see it. And he's like, and he put it on. So it looks like it's accommodating for a large melon like you, Blake.
Thanks.
So we'll see. But yeah, so that's the deal with the helm. Like I said, I think it's pretty cool. I'm all for it. I hope that they come out. I hope this does well, and I hope they come out with more of them. So the other news for the week was, and we'll highlight this one first. Any interest from I already know Blake. I already know what he's gonna say. Emil, what about you? What about this Razorback for the Ultramarines? Any interest in this for you?
Well, I think it's great, and I think it looks great. Absolutely. interest in me getting it. I think I need to get way more figures before I move up to getting this. So that's where I'm at with it.
So what about you, Blake? Are you getting to get this? I already know the answer. How many are you gonna get?
How
Ready?
many? That's the question.
Duh. I'm just getting one. Just gonna get one.
Yeah,
But back to
You're gonna get it. One.
back to Wraith and his enabling. You remember when we did the other wonderful vehicle, right?
yeah.
So when we did that, we're all excited. I go and place my order right away, and then Wraith writes me. He's like, "Dude, I had to get 10 more regular, Blood Angels," and I'm like, "Well, how big is that thing?" He goes, "Oh, they say you could like outfit it with like anywhere from 8 to 10." I'm like, "Shit." Okay, so I got on Amazon, and I ordered myself up. I think I bought 8, not 10. I bought 8 more because I already had some.
Sure.
So I can fill out the tank. Yeah. So now I got to do this with the. Well, I don't know. I don't think I have to do this with the Ultramarines. I got quite a few, but we'll see.
Sure. Yeah, I picked up. So what's he talking about is there's a V2, because what has happened over time with these figures. Let me open up another one. They've come out, like, they've changed the scale from the very first figures that have come out, Emil, on these Warhammer figures, kind of like the Primaris, compared to like the original figures. So if we go down here, I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. So this is the intercessors that I had Blake buy more of. I bought 10. He bought 5. He bought 8 more. So the reason why I said to buy these ones is in the promotional pictures on their show where they officially unveiled this Predator tank, they showed this model of figure inside of it. Okay.
Yeah.
This model of figure is shorter than the newer models that have come out, right? So, and they're doing a re-release on these models for the Ultramarines, for the Blood Angels, obviously, and I think there was another one that they did for. But yeah,
Wait a minute. You're saying there are 2 sizes. I mean, not a regular and a Primaris version, but the same version, just 2 sizes.
So
go ahead, Blake.
In JOYTOY, if you've been with it from the inception, if you follow it, you're going to see that there's 3 kind of sizes going on right now.
Yep.
And for me, it's not a big deal. And I'll show this when we get to the Victrix Guard later, or whenever we get to that point. Actually, I can show it right now. Why not?
Sure.
So this is the original. Okay. This is the JOYTOY.
Now I'm
Space
not
Marine
seeing
2.
Yeah, I'll bring up the picture so you can see. Let me bring it up. Here's one of the limitations tonight. Sorry.
Oh, you can't see it?
Yeah, he can't see because let me go to the Victrix Guard.
Okay. So basically, the Victrix Guard, the first original, for the people that are watching on screen, great figure, right? Looks amazing. Doesn't light up, okay, because it's the first version, and it's also not the Space Marine 2 version. Then you get into the Space Marine 2, or the Space Marine 2. Not only is he cool, you tap his head, he lights up. By the way, did you notice that, Ray? That on the Victrix Guard, you tap their head.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
you need the magnet.
You go like this, and you can tap it and change it to fade.
Oh, shit.
You can tap it again, or you can shut it off.
Ooh. I didn't
Tap
know
it.
that.
Turn it on. Yeah.
So what I'll explain to Emil what's happening. So
I'm actually seeing it on the screen. I'm
okay.
There you go. And here we go. If you look on the screen, I'm going to show you the size comparison.
Yeah, it's like a little brother. It literally looks like a little brother.
Which I'm okay with that. I really am, because the Space Marine 2 figures, they're only doing a few of them, and this will be just a different section in my collection for the Space Marine 2 Marines. The third portion, which I was going to talk about, is a little bit of the size creep within the non-Space Marine 2.
Correct.
So there's been a little bit of a size creep. It's not super major. I've got several figures in the same faction. There are some of the newer versions they're releasing versus some of the old. It's not that obvious. Not everyone's the same size in the world. That's how I chalk it off. And so I think they look all good in my collection. It's just the Space Marine 2 and probably any of these other upcoming one-off groups that they're going to have. There might be a little bit bigger. Who knows?
Yeah. So what I'm going to show you right now, Emil. So this is the new one that came out. Okay.
Yep.
This is the one that's about, I would say, about an inch and a half taller than this first release. Right? You see how much shorter and stubbier this version is?
Yes.
So that's the difference. Space Marine 2 figures are their own scale, right? So if you buy
Got it.
Space Marine 2 figures, it's essentially its own line of figures. They've
Right.
stopped the Space Marine 2 figures. They're going to be a relic figure, a relic armor that's coming out. They're going to go into the secret level episode. Remember that came out in December on Amazon? So they're going to do all the characters from the secret level episode in that same type of scale with also the light up eyes on the helmet. Right. So that's essentially what we're talking about here.
And just saying that secret level episode, that
Oh.
might as well be the best Warhammer 40K thing ever.
Absolutely, dude. It's absolutely crazy. I'm actually shocked at how well they did that. That is I'm in total agreement with you. I think that's the best piece of content that they've ever done outside of like the Astartes. Right, the Astartes is kind of what set the stage and set the example for what things can be from an animation standpoint. And I think that this is just taking it to the next level. No pun intended. So, but yeah. So this figure is more along the lines of this size. Okay, it's about the same size. So when they were showing off this tank, they were showing the smaller scale figures, and I was like, shit, let me buy a ton more of the smaller scale, which I actually really enjoy this buck on this figure over here, because I really think that they've kind of, before they changed over to a bit of a larger scale, I think they perfected this size. I think they perfected the proportions. I think they perfected the articulation, everything. So that's why I got Blake to buy more of the intercessors, essentially. But this is the tank. He bought 2. I bought 2 of these as well. This just looks absolutely amazing, dude. And this scratches the itch for G.I. Joe Classify, which I got out of collecting the last year. So, but this looks awesome. So we already had you comment on out of the Ultramarine Razorback. Out of the 2, Emil, I know you're not going to get either one. Which one do you like better?
Okay, I'm gonna say is if I would get one of these, I think this one is cooler, but the Razorback is more classic 40K. So if I would only have one vehicle, I'd probably have the Razorback.
Okay.
Ouch.
That's an okay answer. I will accept it. Okay? I will accept it and not come at you too hard. But yeah, so that.
Well, of course you're gonna accept it. That's the ice god from the north. Who are you gonna? Yeah. Like,
I mean, as of now, I'm not getting any of these, but we probably need to have this conversation in a couple of months. It might happen.
Correct. One comment I want to highlight from Trevor is, at least it seems like they are treating intercessors like a baseline evergreen figure. Keep them around $20 and always in stock. I agree with that, and I'll let Blake comment on this also. I think that 2.0 buck, about $20-25. I love that figure. I absolutely love that figure.
Yeah, that one's a great one. One of the reasons I like those 3 releases of those bucks and those 3 factions is they're great. Not only are they great army builders for a reasonable price, but you can also customize them. They're a great buck that you can pop some other heads. I know that Wraith, you're not a fan of any unhelmeted bald guy heads. Emil, Wraith has to have all his. What's that?
I listened to this conversation the last time you two talked. I listened to it. Kept coming back to that.
It's nice to have these figures where you can pop in an unhelmeted head, maybe not just a bald guy, but you can pop an unhelmeted head and actually have more characters within that squad or whatever. So,
correct. I agree. Like I said, listen, I'm gonna join the bald club eventually. I'm just holding on, dude. I'm trying to keep what I have on my pate as long as I
possibly can. It's nothing to strive for.
I'm just worried because I don't have a good look. I know I don't have a good looking bald head. You guys have good looking bald heads. I probably have like dents in it and stuff, and like
Oh,
it's all like messed up.
I got dents too. Trust me, man.
You guys
And
have good looking bald heads. One more thing, I want to kind of glad the Iron Warriors are back to the old heresy size. We'll talk about the Iron Warriors figures because there's something that I want to make mention of really quickly about those. But we also, outside of the the Blueberry Boys getting their Razorback, we also got three more 40K Blood Angel figures. The first one we'll highlight really quickly is going to be the Blood Angel Captain with the Inferno pistol and Empower Fist. And this guy looks awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. So obviously, Blake, you're picking him up. I'm definitely getting the Blood Angels.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think from your perspective, Emil, as far as like a customizer, and you're a huge Mythic Legions fan? What do you think about the sculpt?
No. This is just badass from whatever angle you want to look at it. You know, this could actually be. No, okay. It's you guys' fault that I'm even looking at more of these JOYTOY. But this could be my my first Blood Angels figure when we talk about this. I have not ordered it, but it's that good. It's that good.
Dude,
You know.
Well, especially when you get these in hand, Emil, the sculpt on these figures, and I'm a huge Four Horsemen fan. Like I run the Four Horsemen flag all the time. Okay, I think that these are just. I think Four Horsemen for me 6-inch, and I think for 1/18 scale, these even though they're getting close to 6-inch.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, it's like honestly, it's still. I mean, Four Horsemen have a better quality of the actual toys. Okay, that for me that is the case.
Yep.
But design wise, there is no sci-fi universe ever that it comes close to the 40K universe.
100%.
So we and just looking at the armor design of everything is like it's unmatched. And I love Star Wars, I love all but the 40K universe, it's something, it's on a unique level.
Correct.
So
I 100% agree with you. So yeah, so this is the BA Captain. So this is in the standard red Blood Angel color. He's got the blood drop on him. He's got the blood drop on his belt. He's got the symbol and blood drop on his leg. The Power Fist looks amazing, just absolutely amazing. I was actually surprised that they're coming out with more 40K figures because they're doing the Horus Heresy also, Emil. So I wasn't expecting them to do this. So the fact that we had 3 new figures is awesome. So before we move on to the next figure, anything that you want to add, Blake?
Yeah. Could you imagine if Four Horsemen somehow brought to their Infinite Legions a Warhammer figure collab?
Oh my God! I know Emil would have a heart attack, right, Emil?
yes, that
Could you imagine this figure done under Eric Treadaway's design towards a Four Horsemen collab in Infinite Legions? That would be amazing.
I would buy that. Yes,
I would buy it. I would get it.
I'll be buying a case.
And here we go. Here's the unhelmeted head. I'm not a fan of the unhelmeted heads. Okay, I want all of my Space Marines to have helms. All right, but I think that they're getting better with their head sculpt.
I think this one's cool because it's almost. What was that movie I saw? The dude looks creepy with that freaking yellow hair and those piercing, almost looks like black eyes.
Yeah.
I can't remember the movie. I think it was End of Days or something. Like there's this creepy dude in the subway and he's like, and he looked just like that. With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah.
I prefer the helmet.
Yeah, I prefer.
Yeah.
He's got the laurels on it. He's a captain. Awesome figure, and I love the Power Fist. Huge.
Yeah, the Power Fist looks cool.
Yeah, they did such an awesome job with this figure.
I love Skull and Wings. Go figure.
I need to write this down.
Take note, Emil.
Captain with Inferno pistol and Power Fist. What is up? We got Mario from Finnick Collectibles in here. Captains are properly chonky. Finally, intercessors that look bulky and powerful. The priest looks skinny in comparison. We'll get to the priest here in a second too. But I am So obviously, Blake, you're getting him. I'm getting him. You're going with one or two of him. I'm going with one.
I'm going for one for right now.
One also. Emil, here's the $1 million question: is this going to be your first Blood Angel figure?
It might.
There we go. Look, we
Might be.
crafted him.
It might be. But we'll get to that later. But
I
my
know.
collection is tiny, tiny, tiny. It's like putting a seed in the ground, and
I know.
you know.
So the seed's planted. We're just pouring water on it
you
right
guys
now.
are
Trust me.
Growing it,
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
We are growing it. So we're jumping over to the next one. The next release was the Blood Angel Captains with heavy bolt pistol, another captain, and
Nice.
power sword. Now this one is reminiscent of the Sanguinary Guard figures, and also kind of like Dante's armor, right?
Yep.
Right.
As far as the color and a lot of the accoutrement that's on his armor, he looks absolutely awesome. I love the gold color that's here. I think this is different. There's a very different shade than what we saw on the Horse Heresy Custodes figures, right? So, and I think I want to do a comparison when I get this figure to the Sanguinary Guard, which I have. You can't see them great, but they're in the back there. They're a part of my 22 figure review video, by the way, Emil. If you ever have some time to kill and you want to watch a review,
No, it doesn't. It's not about having time to kill. I'm trying to catch up. That's what I'm doing.
but this looks awesome, dude. Like I said, I'm very surprised that actually in this picture it looks like he has a third arm.
Yes, it does.
How does he have a third arm? This must be a
It's wrong, right?
Yeah, it's got to be something wrong with the picture. Yeah, they must have overlaid something on this and they forgot. But he looks awesome. So he comes with a power sword and he comes with a bolter. He looks great. Absolutely great. I'm definitely going to pick up one of these. I'm going to do a comparison between the Sanguinary Guard and him. What is your thoughts on this figure, Mr. Blake?
Oh, I love these. I love these figures. And this figure is just another phenomenal addition to this group. Definitely getting him. He doesn't have that's the only head sculpt with him, correct?
No, I think he came with a secondary head sculpt. Then he can, let me see. Oh no, he does. Only
no.
one.
Okay, that's if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's it. He gets his. So
yeah,
yeah. I mean, the only time I usually, just to give you a heads up, Wraith, I think you figured it out. But when there's a cool unhelmeted head, I might buy two.
Sure.
But usually I just get one.
Sure. Really quick comment by Trevor. Just putting it out there, would love to see JOYTOY make Angels of Death figures from Warhammer Plus. I agree.
Yes.
That's awesome, dude. Especially with with the amount of product that JOYTOY is pumping out, nothing is off the table at this point. Nothing is off the table.
And putting it this way, as much as the Warhammer series is hitting mainstream now with Henry Cavill and all the hard work and how gritty and the coverage it's finally starting to get, you can just, this is a gold mine. And Games Workshop published their financials. They're killing it. Oh, yeah. Warhammer is destroying the market. I mean, so there's no holdback.
I'm gonna buy some Games Workshop stock just to have. Like it's just gonna be fun to have. Because I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Wasn't it? You should do that because last year I think the one head of finances, she sold all her stocks.
Oh God, yeah. I'm definitely. I'm gonna just for fun.
Things are. I think the tide might be turning anyway. You know. Is there a picture with from his left?
Sure. Let's take a look.
You can see his wing from the side.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Oh yeah, there. That's okay. There we go.
It'll be articulated too. They're really good with that now with that new component.
What I'll say with this is the buck that is the most recent. What they did with the shoulder pads, which you can't really see here, but the shoulder pads are sitting on a peg that has a that's on a ball hinge. So the shoulder pad is always able to move closer in. Previously, what they had with the shoulder pads, these were sitting on like a almost like not a clasp, but it would feel like this piece of plastic that sits around the peg, like it's hooked onto it. So it's loose sometimes, and you can't really get it pushed down. But these new shoulders with the articulation and sitting on a ball peg are awesome. So, what do you think, Emil? What is your reaction to seeing this?
I think it's cool as well, but I think the red one is cooler.
I know that screams Blood Angel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
So I think they're
definitely gonna pick him up. I know Blake's gonna grab one of him. This one I know you're gonna hold off on because the other one has your eye right now, right, Emil?
yes.
Good, that's what I figured. But this is awesome. I'm definitely gonna pick this up. I'm gonna put my order in tonight after we're done with the show to LT Cave affiliate link. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to do this. If you guys like this content, please like and subscribe as well. All right, so we went through these two. We're gonna go to the final one, which was actually I think this is the showstopper out of all of them because we got one apothecary figure, and it was the Ultramarine. I actually picked him up, did a review on him, and I was going to change him into a Blood Angel because primarily I love the Grey Knights as the first. My second chapter, which I first collected, is the Blood Angel. So I have every single Blood Angel figure. I was going to turn the Ultramarine apothecary into the Blood Angel one, but now we essentially have the apothecary. I know it's a sanguinary priest, but essentially it's the apothecary for the Blood Angel. So this looks absolutely awesome. He's got the blood vials around his neck. He's got the blood chalice on his hip. He's got the blood chalice on his leg. Absolutely awesome figure. What do you think, Blake?
Oh, no brainer.
And this is going to be the first figure outside of the. He's got like
Yes.
yeah, he's got one of these on. We've seen this with the Grey Knight Terminator, which plugged into his shoulder, but this is the first time we've seen a servitor like that's come with one of these figures. Here's a close up. Also, by the way, this is a really good head sculpt. What do you think, Emil?
Yeah, I agree. I like that head sculpt way more than the first one we looked at.
Correct.
Way more.
I think that one has gone through some shit. So he's got his hair permed up. He's definitely gone through some shit, that first one. What do you think? What is your overall idea of this figure, Blake? What do you think?
Oh, it's amazing. I think they've nailed all the nuances. You know, I've pulled it up to some of the source material. Each one of these. So what I like to do is when we get a reveal from JOYTOY, I like to go to the source material, and I like to compare, you know, different, you know, artist renders and see where they're getting their figure and how they settle in on it. And I think this one matched up very, very well. I think they nailed it across the board on all three of these, to be honest with you. So
I want to highlight a comment from Mario Finnick Collectibles. So Mario said, I initially thought this was a female Space Marine. So this was going to be the introduction to the females. So no, this is not
too, actually.
Mario. This is a very beautiful head sculpt. I will say that. It almost looks like he has earrings on in the background, but yeah. But yeah, so this I'm definitely going to be picking up. Obviously all three of them I'm going to grab. Emil, Blake, are you going to grab one or two of these?
One for now, probably. You know what? I also do another thing. I don't know if anybody else out there does this, you know, cost savings wise, because, you know, collecting this line can be very costly. Sometimes what I'll do is if the head sculpt's decent, you know, or it's a good one, I'll have the head sculpt and I'll have them holding their helmet in their arm, so I don't have to buy two of them. Yeah.
Good idea. That's a really good idea. He comes with so many hands. I feel like the Four Horsemen. This is the Four Horsemen originated this. The amount of hands that come with a figure now, because this is standard now. Like you have figures. I literally have I have clear containers of just hands at this point. Okay. So I'm like, oh my god. At least they've. So one thing that I've killed JOYTOY for was when they came out with their the Grey Knight figures. There was a couple of the Strike Force figures that came with non-helmets heads on the JOYTOY figures. I hate that shit. Okay, if you're gonna come with a unhelmeted head, you damn well better come with a helmet. Okay, so I'm still waiting. By the way, Loy, if you're watching this, Wog Toys, I want to see a helmeted Grey Knight helm on your store so I can buy like 5 of them. But the priest looks awesome, dude. I'm 100%.
I'm sure he's watching it, knowing Wraith has influenced everybody. Just don't worry about it. He says something on a show, and the next thing you know, Loy makes it.
Dude, I'll show you something in a second on the Wog Toys website that I'm completely mind blown that because I already ordered it, but that they had it on their site. So, but going back to this figure, great figure overall. What's your final thoughts on this, Emil? What do you think?
You know, there's a chance that I'm repeating myself, but you know, but one thing that I really look at is, and I'm looking at, you know, my small collection that I will share later.
Oh yeah,
I
think it's
I
that.
like this is also the new buck, right?
Yes, it is.
And I love the proportions with this. You know, so I look at the ones that I have, and they are all bulkier and tinier and more, if you may, more toyish. And this
Yeah.
is more like the brutal 41st
Right.
universe reality.
One of the
Um,
things that I hear JOYTOY say about the original release figures was they based the figures that they had on the models of the miniatures, right? So as we know, the original models were very short and bulky, right?
yes.
Short and stout. Now we're starting to see them more based upon, like when Horus Heresy came out and they had those figures for JOYTOY, we started to see the larger figures, a more elongated torso, elongated thighs, which helped bring the scale a little bit closer to probably what it should have been. So they went back to the 40K figures, and now the new releases of them, and they started with the new Terminators that came out about 6-8 months ago. So this is the next step. This is our 40K figures in a little bit more of a true scale of their like proportions of the figures. So just to play on what you're saying, Emil, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. So maybe this is the time to really jump in.
That is correct, sir. This is the time for the enablers to enable you.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you all about the collection soon.
So Blake, final thought. What do you think about this figure?
What I think is, watch. That is us pouring water on the seed with Emil.
We're growing it.
Yeah. Emil is part of the family. Always has been, but now he's going to step it up to his JOYTOY family.
We're gonna have a co-host here on the weekly show soon from Sweden. Emil's going to be fully embraced into the JOYTOY Warhammer, right? So moving no, not saying no. So moving along, I'm going to grab this figure. I'm going to pick up one of the new releases of these figures. I am going to pass on the Razorback with twin Lascannon. So Blake, you're grabbing one Razorback, and you're grabbing one of each of the new figures. I'm grabbing just the figures, and we got Emil, who's possibly going to get his first Blood Angel figure, the Blood Angel Captain with Power Fist and Inferno Pistol, as well as possibly the Priest. We'll see.
And I'm going to make this call right now. The laser cannon Razorback.
Yep.
Everybody in the chat that watches this, we all know that Wraith will buy it eventually.
No, I'm not. Stop it. Not getting the Smurfs. I already got it.
I'm only going to get this Alpha Legion one. Now he's got all the Alpha Legions. I'm only going to get this one. And
coming this week. All the rest of the Alpha Legion.
Yeah.
And then another quick comment by Trevor. I'm not passing on any of these new releases. Sorry, Wallet. Yeah, I know, Trevor. You're a Ultramarine fanboy like Mr. Blake here. So I knew that you guys were definitely going to be picking this up. And then from before, DG was commenting, haha, yeah, a lot of people thought this was a female. That sculpt is quite 1-1 with the me. That was about the sanguinary priest. So,
yep.
And then Cyber Rat, what's going on, Cyber? Thank you for joining. He'll get 2 to balance them with the red ones. Stop putting ideas in my head so that I do not have this after the stream. Okay? Let's not do that. All right. So we went through the releases. We know what everybody's picking up. Right now, nobody's going to grab the Ultramarine helmet. I think that Blake, I think you're going to wait and see what the kind of the proportions are and how it fits and what it looks like on the inside, right?
That, and also once Legion's Con's over, because I got a lot of money I got to take to Legion's Con.
Yes, I agree.
I'm sure there's going to be there's probably going to be at least a customer 2 or 20 or 30 that Emil's going to have that I'm going to want. So I've got to save my money.
Correct. So really quickly, guys, we have affiliate links. If you're ever interested in purchasing toys or your figures, collectibles from either LT Cave or Cool Toys Club, you can look in the description and you can support the channel that way. I don't do super chats. I don't do memberships. I do this all for my hobby, so I have it out there. So if you guys want to support the channel, you can click on the affiliate link and order through them. They're an awesome store. I support Cool Toys Club and LTK because I've been ordering from them from the beginning. I get the stuff immediately, and generally they have the best prices that I've seen outside of DG in our Discord posting unbelievable prices on these figures via what is
Yeah,
that called? Shoot.
I know where you're going with this, and
Yeah, shoot. Oh man, hold on. I'm like,
come on, you know it.
what is it? It's AliExpress. There we
Yes.
go. AliExpress. So DG is the AliExpress man. If you are a little bit tight and you want to make sure and you're okay with ordering some of the older figures, even some of the newer figures, you're going to go to our Discord and you're going to see all of the discount codes in the AliExpress of Discord. So DG, thank you again, sir. He is our moderator today, so thank you, sir, as well. So again, this is LT Cave. I'm gonna order them. I'm gonna order them with 3 figures from here. And they do have some other figures also. Do you have any interest in the King of Fighters or anything like that, Emil?
No, not the King of Fighters. I started my JOYTOY journey with other lines.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is going to be. I think this has been shipped to me. I have 2 of these coming from JOYTOY from LT Cave. These are the Iron Warriors from the Horus Heresy line, right? The reason why I'm showing these, Emil, is because they're the first ones to come JOYTOY to come with a blast effect. Granted, it's not the most impressive one, but it's still something, right? So
that's good enough. That's good.
That's
I like that.
Yes, I'm very happy. I ordered 2 of the Terminators. These are the Iron Warrior ones. We're still waiting on Peter Turbo to be officially announced, which he's coming, because normally when they announce the figures, right, the Army Legions, we get the Primarch of that Legion usually within like a week. So I don't know why it's been taking so long. A week or 2 weeks. Like this has been like over like 2 months, right? Since they announced it. So we have not gotten for Turbo. I even made a little short about it, where we still have not gotten him. But these look awesome. These I'm going to be getting in, I think, like a week or 2.
Is it safe to say you're a little perturbed about it?
I'm a little perturbed. I love the pun, Blake. That was a great use of the pun. I am very sad that I did not think of that before. So that goes to show you he's an awesome co-host. So really quick, we'll look at the chat. So the Hydra attempted Wraith, correct. So one thing that I'm all over the place tonight, by the way. One thing that I'll make mention of, I'll jump back over to Cool Toys or the official JOYTOY website, because what I wound up doing, I really want to highlight this quickly, Emil, for you, is I have 3 Trader Legions and 3 non-Trader Legions that I collect, right? The Alpha Legion was not a part of the 3 that I collected. But when I started, when I got the figures, it is the key word here. Dude, these figures are freaking amazing, dude. The scale mail on these, and it's not even coming out perfectly. The metallic aqua blue or teal on these figures, freaking amazing, dude. Look, he's showing off, dude. Absolutely amazing. The gold,
love the sniper. Oh my god,
awesome. I love them so much. I bought a second Alfurious, which I'm turning into my Omegagon. Okay, and we're gonna go to WOG Toys in a minute here, and I'll show you. But I have essentially every single figure that you see here, I just ordered. I ordered all of the Alpha Legion figures, and they're freaking amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing with the color, with the sculpts, everything. Some of the best JOYTOY figures that they've come out with. So really quickly wanted to highlight it. We'll go back into LT Cave quickly. One thing that I wanted to highlight here also is they had a couple more reruns. So we have the rerun on the Ultramarines Redemptor. So if you guys have not picked that up and you don't want to pay like the ridiculous prices sometime on the on the off market, you can put an order in, pre-order in for the Ultramarines Redemptor.
Did you notice that they're showing the Imperial Knights in stock?
Oh shit, that's right.
I better get my shipping notice.
That's right. I wonder if so Emil, by the way, what did you think? What did you think about the Imperial Knight that's standing behind me right now?
I love it. That is one of the figures that I've been thinking about, not JOYTOY, but for the 40K miniature game.
Oh,
I've been looking for that for at that for a long time. It's like it would be so cool to have a couple of knights and there.
dude, it'd be awesome.
Yes.
If you need another small toddler in your household, there you go.
No,
I mean, it's almost 3 foot tall. So I mean, literally.
yeah, I guess I need it.
What is going on, TD Trooper? TD3 Trooper. Thank you for joining us today. These guys came in quick surprise. JT released them. Yeah, like I said, I think that we're starting to Mario's Finnick Collectibles, Iron Warriors finally getting released now. Yeah, that's the big thing. I think that with the Iron Warriors hopefully being released within the next 2 weeks, we'll get Perturbo announced. Really quickly, they did a quick rerun on a couple more Grey Knight figures. I just did the re-review on Castellan Garen Crow, which they fixed the issue with the backpack falling off. So if you are interested in getting Crow, you want to pick it up the rerun because they fixed the issue with that. He's an awesome figure, by the way, Emil. If you're interested in getting any Grey Knight figure.
Yeah. I did an order at the LTK last week.
Oh, you did?
For a couple of figures.
Oh,
yeah.
Sweet. Perfect.
And it's you and Blake. It's your fault, both of you.
Yay!
Yeah. I have a couple of figures on the way, and I'm like,
Wonder Twin powers. Activate, form of an enabler.
That's right. It's gonna be a big E. And so we go to Cool Toys Club. Again, we have an affiliate link if you're interested in Cool Toys Club. I love going to Cool Toys Club because now they've added actually a link directly to their third-party custom parts to WOG Toys, and that's what we're going to go into. And the reason why I'm highlighting this is something that I said on the stream, Blake, that I don't know if you caught. I was like, oh, that Ultramarines, that Alpha Legion figure has a bald head, and he doesn't have a helmet. And now he has a helmet I can order. Woohoo!
That looks good, too.
Yep. So I'm going to put the order in. So I'll have, normally this one has a bald pate, which I should be getting next, or actually in the next couple of days, that big shipment's going to be coming. But I'll be putting an extra order in for this particular helm, which was just offered on their site this past week. So what do you think about these custom parts, Emil? Because you're a customizer. What do you think about these custom parts? Are like $10 for a head that's completely sculpted, brand new, and painted, and actually it has an actual ball peg hole which fits the ball peg, so you don't have to put any kind of like sticky tack to hold the head in place.
I guess I have two different opinions here. First of all, they're awesome. They look great, and as a toy collector, I would like to go in and get heads like this and parts like this to make my collection be more unique.
Sure.
But the other side is, I've always been trying to not, use IPs that are, under license and stuff like that. So I have that part of me that's like, I wouldn't want to do that.
Sure.
But I still appreciate how amazing it is. Is that okay to say?
Oh,
because
100%.
I don't want to trash on anyone, because I'm not saying like they should stop doing that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm conflicted here with this. But going back to, I think they look great. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. This is a new iron. So this iron. Iron Hands Captain actually came with an unhelmeted head. And so they fixed that. They come out with this. It looks very reminiscent of the Grey Knight's Terminator helm, but this looks awesome, dude. Like, this gives you an idea. So now you can have, if you have your Iron Warriors Terminator, now you can actually have him with the damn helmet on. Right? Because Terminators are literally supposed to be walking around taking like the most damage. It would make sense that he has. I know that he has like an Iron Halo behind him, but come on, man, like, he needs a damn helmet. It's a freaking Terminator. So anyways, they fixed this issue. So really quickly to highlight Trevor's comment, that new Terminator helm on there is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And the Dreadnought is still on my radar. That thing is rad. Yeah, we talked about the Ultramarine one from before that LT Cave has up for pre-order. The other thing they have is the pre-orders. Now, this is what got me excited. And I know Loy is watching me, okay? Because I was like, shit, they need to have Omegagon and Alferion like heads. This is the first time I'm like, I actually want their heads because they only come with the helmeted head. So I'm like, man, I really would want. And then I saw some people on the Cool Toys website or Cool Toys Facebook put up some pictures that they're doing, and I commented. I'm like, oh, I'm going to order them the next day these are up.
Oh.
So these I already ordered 2 of these. The other thing too is on the stream I mentioned that my Valdor did a face dive off of the shelf behind me, and his spear broke. This is the first time I've ever had a piece like this break, an official piece. So I was like, oh man. I'm like, I gotta buy another Valdor because out there the pieces are like the same price. The next day, there's a custom Valdor weapon. So either I am super lucky, or there's an angel named Loy on my shoulder who's making these. So thank you. I already ordered this piece as well. So
Yeah, it's already ordered. Yeah,
it's already ordered, dude. I actually reached out to him. I was like, dude, you came out with this head. I'm like, can you please just add this to my order because of the shipping? I'm like, just throw it in there. I'll pay. Just send it out at the same time. So yeah, these are awesome. So what I'm sitting here talking the entire time. I apologize. What is your take on this, Blake? What do you think about the new head here for Mr. Bullet Pate of the Alpha Legion?
Oh, I love it. I love it. In fact, I've actually pulled up Cool Toys Club as we've been talking, and I actually have about 7 things in my freaking. But I mean, hey, it's okay to do that when you're paying. You're getting some alternate heads for like $9, $11. You know, it's awesome to be able to diversify the whole line or my collection, that is, and get that. Yeah, so I'm excited about this. I like that this sites like this exist. I do understand where Emil's coming from. It has always been a tough one for me too. Where I kind of wrestle with it. Part of me wrestles with it, and then when I get it in my hand, I don't wrestle with it anymore. I know that's horrible. I consider myself a person of good morals and upstanding human being, and sometimes I feel guilty, but then other times I'm like, it's a toy, but it's also somebody's IP. Okay, so I battle with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make a big thing about that. I just thought it to be.
That's a fair conversation, Emil. It's just no difference. Like on Off-World this last Friday, we kind of got into the AI conversation. Holy cow!
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I get it. There's some stuff in our communities where AI, custom work like this, it's outside the IP without approval. Stuff like that. The cool collector and customizer and kid in me is like, cool. The person that like understands that somebody designed this was somebody else's hard work, stuff like that, or it belongs to an IP to a large company or firm. I'm kind of like, okay, I get it. So
I hear you, but honestly, when it comes to AI, I mean, if no one's asking me, I'm not getting into that conversation because I'm being an artist, I love to create something original, and at the same time I'm also a part of this civilization, and realize that AI is not going anywhere. That's not the issue. It's still a huge part of the future, and it has been for a long time. I mean, just go to every time we use Google Translate. I mean, that's been trained with AI for so long. It's like we have already been using it, So it's not going away. But it is this big question that we need to find out how to
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say quick something about this. I work for a large company, and I'm also in fraud, and everything is like, if you don't jump on, if you don't start learning about AI and how to use it as a tool, you're going to be left behind in about 2-3 years, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is I use it as a tool. It accentuates what I do on the YouTube channel and on Instagram, etc. I like to create images for our guests, right? So for instance, the image that you see of Blake, ReconRage, as well as Emil, I created that, okay, using a number of different AI tools. It took me probably about 2-3 hours to make Emil's one, right, that I have on the screen here. And I created it as a GIF in CapCut. That's also AI that's using it. I would not have been able to do this if we didn't have those tools available. Okay. So it's just a like it's not something like imagine if I had gone to somebody and been like, I need you to create this for me. Like I never would have been able to have this in time for our show. So it's a tool and that's what it should be used as. Anytime that I'm using art, I reach out on Instagram to the artist if it's an official piece and I ask for their permission. I have gotten a no answer many times and I have not used their art. I will always ask their permission first. So that's just for me personally, where I use it all the time. That's just my feeling on it. So, but yeah, going back to the conversation. So really quickly from DG, I feel like the head of the Ultramarine Terminator captain should have been the one for the Iron Hands captain. Yeah, I feel like that as well too. This is what do you think about from a customizer? What do you think about this head sculpt, Emil, for Alfiris and Omegagon?
Yeah, I saw it when you were scrolling by.
Yeah,
I think this looks excellent, and I love the paint job. Oh,
That's so cool. I bought another Alfirion just body for that.
too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, we saw this. I think we saw this in the episode you and I did a few weeks ago, and I saw this, and I'm like, oh, there's how I'm going to get the other Alfirion. I'm going to leave one helmeted and do
Yep.
This figure is not available, is it?
Oh, it's available.
Oh, you can get it on. You can get it on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, you can actually get it on sale. So how I'll say the best way to buy figures is once it's been out for about, I would say about 2-3 months, you'll start to see it scale off in the prices. So right now is an awesome time to buy the Alfirion and the Alpha Legion figures as they're being released if you're interested. Once it gets to about a year to a year and a half, when they haven't re-released the figures, that's when you start to see the jump up in the price of those figures. So right now, as an enabler, this is the perfect time to buy Alfirion. He's an awesome dude. He's the best Primarch as far as sculpt, as well as being put together. Solid figure, the best figure that they've put out so far to date. So we'll see what happens with Perturbo.
But he's a traitor to the Emperor.
He might be. We're not sure if the Alpha Legion is actual traitor. But here they also make some custom items too. I did not pick this up. This is the drop pod for the Ultramarines, and I think we got some shots here. These are sold out, but here to give you an idea of the scale. Does this come up? There we go. So that's an idea of the scale next to the figures.
Wow.
So it's $187. It's a lot of money, but again, if you're interested, if you're a Blue Boy fan, and then also these are the figures, the two, not the one standing in the middle, that's an intercessor from the 2.0, but the two on the right, the left and right, is Galadriel, and I think that's Titus from the Space Marine 2. So you can see that it's actually quite a large drop pod. So
this is a good price. I would say this is a good price. It's a great price for something that big.
It is.
You know?
Absolutely. And again,
is there pictures of it closer, how it looks on the inside, like inside the drop pod there? Because this might have to come to my collection.
So one of the, as we're looking at the pictures, one other thing too that I did was because they do a lot of customization, I reached out to Loy and I ordered about a month ago a custom JOYTOY Emperor figure, Emil. So I'll be getting an Emperor of Mankind figure from Cool Toys Club or WOG Toys, probably around September is what I'm going to guess. I was like, oh, yeah, I know. Keep going on. But this, dude, I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I'll say this. If this was a Blood Angel drop pod, I would already have this. 100%. I would have reached out to Loy and been like, I know it says sold out, but can you do a special order for me? 100%. I would definitely put this in. So, Loy, if you put a Blood Angel one up, I'm gonna order it. But yeah, so this looks awesome. Again, it gives you an idea of the different type of things that WOG Toys and some of these third-party not third party, but some of the other parts that are out there and available that fit right onto the figure. You don't have to mess around with tact or them not fitting on the pegs. They fit because this is Cool Toys Club who has the figures and they know exactly how to make them fit. So it's awesome. But yeah, so that is the WOG toys. Let me look at the chat really quick. I could see Riddick living in 40K. I could see that too. 100%.
Oh yeah, me too. Agreed.
100%. Few celebs have patented their image as an IP brand, so any AI use without their consent can be dealt with IP copyright infringement if they're closely resemble them as a means to deal with it. Yeah, because what's happened is on some of the tools I use, if you want to put, like, say for instance, I want to make it look like an image of X, Y, and Z person, it will come back from the prompt saying it's against the policies to do that. So there are limitations that are being input into the AI type of tools that you can use for certain type of images and IPs. So, but yeah. So one other thing that I want to, as we jump over from the JOYTOY figures into a different realm, really quick. Anything else, Blake, that you want to add, or Emil, regarding the WOG Toys customization?
I have nothing to add on this. They look phenomenal.
Dude, it's one more thing, Emil, that I forgot to mention is you can go to where is it? Here it is, home. You go to home, and as you go down, you can click each one of these, and you can see all of the custom pieces. I am so angry that there is not a Grey Knight's goddamn symbol here, because there's no Grey Knight custom pieces here. What are we doing?
Why?
I know. It's so dumb. It makes no sense.
Warhammer politics.
Oh my god. So hopefully we get some Grey Knight, the superior chapter in Warhammer 40K. We get some custom parts for it soon. So, all right. So we're gonna jump over to Weta Workshop. They make some awesome products. Obviously, Weta's awesome.
Yeah.
One thing that the reason why I'm showing this is because I just got the shipping notice on this. So this is the Weta helmet of the Blood Angel. Now I'm going to show you a picture to give you a scale wise how big this actually is. Let me go down to the pictures. Here we are, right here. So this is not a wearable helmet, okay? And this gives you an idea of how big it actually is. Now it's $100 price point, and a lot of people have a problem with the $100 price point and something that's this size. I don't, because when you look at the pictures, you can see the amount. Let me zoom in here a little bit. You can see the amount of work that has gone into this particular piece, right? And they have a number of them, as well as different. Let me get rid of this. A number of different chapters right now. No Grey Knights yet, which we got to fix. But the Blood Angel one looks awesome. So this is going to be coming this week. I just got the shipping notice for this. If you order from Weta, you can get free shipping. So this is all. I actually ordered mine from Big Bad Toy Store, believe it or not. I didn't realize until I got the order, like they were taking my money out. I'm like, oh, I still ordered from them, because normally I haven't ordered anything from Big Bad Toy Store for a while, just because I ordered directly from LTK or Cool Toys Club. But what is your feeling on this? First of all, we'll go to Emil because he's the guest. Blake, you are now the official co-host of the channel. What do you think from a price point and from a like what do you think of this? What's your thoughts, Emil?
Well, did you say it was shipping free from Weta Studios?
It's free shipping from them.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So first of all, I pretty much love everything that they do.
Yes.
When it comes to quality wise. I had the privilege to visit their store in New Zealand once, see, the and everything they do has a high quality to it. I wouldn't hesitate on anything that they do quality wise. Price wise, I don't know. I mean, their prices are at this level, right? I mean, when you buy, Lord of the Rings miniature figures and everything. So it's like it's the same price they have on everything, and that's they're selling quality.
Yeah.
So would I buy it even if there was a Grey Knight helmet? I don't know. I have to actually feel it at that time. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna quickly show this, and then here's a couple of the other ones. They have a couple more, but here's the Space Marine, here's the Eldari.
They would look cool together.
Yeah, they look awesome. Blake, as I jump over to the other helms, they have the Dark Angels one. What is your view on this?
Well, I think it matches very much Emil's. Weta Workshops, they put out quality. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I haven't seen anything they've made that was, subpar. They're very prideful in the products they put out. So I think, the money, once again, the convert. Oh,
I know. Sorry, let's go. Let's go. The world leader one. Hold on. Let's do. I have to search. I know. I was waiting. That's why
I love the world leaders. They're. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah. So I was a little derailed there. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right? Well, I mean, not to get philosophical here, but we've all spent money on things that somebody else would think was stupid, right? But for the value of what you get, the artistic, effort put into it in the design, I think it's fairly priced.
Yeah. One thing I'll say is,
look at that. So that was a tough one.
Two Finger Tony, thank you for joining, dude. I have the Weta. What is it? I have the Weta Dark Angel helmet. Totally worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna get mine soon. So that's awesome to hear from you. So thank you, Two Finger.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude, this one looks freaking amazing, dude. Oh,
look at that! Look at. Oh my gosh!
That's what I'm saying. Like something like this. When I get the Blood Angel one, I have like this whole display on my desk you guys can't see, but I'm gonna put the Blood Angel one. It's the perfect size to be like a desk like knick-knack or whatever. I don't care. Like it's absolutely perfect. It's gonna sit next to my Grey Knights display that I have on my desk.
And this is on Weta's actual site.
This is on Weta's site. Yeah. I made the mistake. It's not that Big Bad Toaster sucks or anything, but they charge shipping. If you order it from Weta, you can get free shipping for this. So there's the Ultramarine one. We got
there goes some more dang money.
Yep. The enabler.
Oh my gosh.
We need to change this from ToyHammer to an enabler stream.
No, what we need to do is change this to how to lose your payroll in just 60 minutes.
See, so they have the Stormcast Eternal Liberator helm, and they have the Uruk Ardboy helm. So these two are
cool too.
Like the Night King one.
Yeah, the one and then oh god, dude. So we have the Celestine, the Living Saint statue that they came out with, and then we're gonna look at this one really quickly because I was
the Abaddon.
Yeah, me and a gentleman on our Discord, Chapter Master Horace, he's known as. Me and him were discussing this because I was very, very close to buying this. Very, very close to buying this statue, and this thing looks absolutely amazing, dude. Absolutely.
There's a lot of video coverage. If you look at some of the SDC, a lot of people took either pictures or did live videos of this statue.
Oh, dude, when I go to New York Comic Con this year, dressed as a Grey Knight, you damn well better believe I'm getting a picture next to this with me in my outfit. If they're there, I hope they're at New York Comic Con, but if they're there, I'm definitely going to get a picture of this. So, yeah, dude, I was very, very close to getting this. And actually, this is still on pre-order, and they have payment plans. Also, this one is almost $2,000. I decided on getting the because I've just spent money on the Grey Knights cosplay, and I got I got this one, and I got the Blood Raven Knight also. So I was like, shit. I'm like,
you need to tailor back. You've saved your marriage and got your outfit. So just
that's what I'm saying. I've survived. I think I pushed it enough. Oh, look, we can see the Blood Angel helmet. Dude, this thing is awesome. Awesome. I don't want to step into statues because it's too expensive of a hobby, and it's just the amount of space that you need. I've seen some YouTube channels with statues. It's just I know I would fall down this rabbit hole, and you guys would never see me again because that's all I would want. What do you, from an artist standpoint, Emil, what do you think when you see something like this?
Well, first of all, when it comes to statues, there are so many great ones, and and I only got one statue, and that was the tweeter head Trapjaw one, because Trapjaw is #1 for me.
Oh, awesome! I'm a
Yeah.
MAA. I run the flag of Man at Arms, by the way. So I have a huge collection of Man at Arms. So keep
Cool.
going, Emil. Keep going.
Yeah. Looking at this, I think this is statues of the next level of statues.
Dude.
I I keep telling myself that I want the toys so I can articulate them. And I've lied to myself for a long time, and I it took a year for me to decide on buying the Tweeterhead Trapjaw,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try to avoid every other statue, but that doesn't mean I don't want them. I could definitely see myself, if I was a little bit more wealthier and had a little bigger apartment or a house.
Sure.
It's like one of these statues in every corner, like walking around. It's like, yes, welcome to the salon here, and we have the Abaddon statue to the left, and we have the Grey Knight to the right. That would be fantastic.
Look at the claw forest, dude. Look at this claw
Wow.
forest. By the way, I'm
Oh,
gonna highlight a quick comment by Mario because this fits into what we're talking about. So Mario from Mario Fitness Collectibles, this is how I want JOYTOY to make the Abaddon action figure. Just copy the Weta statue, and I am 1000% aligned with what you're saying, Mario. So Go.
one thing I can say when I hear that and when I look at this, I'm like, it would be cool to customize a JOYTOY figure to just,
Yeah.
add.
100%. 100%.
Well, I just bought the World Eaters. That's just to let you know. Thank you, Ray.
Yay! Enable. I need like a graphic every time like I enable somebody to buy something, like boom, just a flash of enabler comes on the screen. I get like powered up or something.
As soon as you showed that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not good.
Good call.
Oh my god. So yeah, so this looks absolutely awesome. I know we're a little bit like off the road, but I want to show some of the stuff for Weta. I'm gonna stop here because I could go into the Celestine statue and stuff like that. But all right, so we're gonna jump into Emil. So the point of our show was to have an awesome customizer come on the show. I spoke with Emil last year at Legion Con. It was actually after, I would say, was it November? The beginning of November. It was about 3 months or 2.5, 3 months after my brain surgery. I was at Legion Con. I spoke with Emil, who's an awesome dude. He also has some unbelievable. Every year he's at Legion's Con, he has some unbelievable customs. This is his web page. And I want to highlight his Instagram, and I'm going to put his Instagram in the chat if you guys are not subscribed to Emil, because he does some unbelievable work. These are all bucks of either Cosmic Legions or Mythic Legions.
So good.
Shut up, Emil, and I'm going to let you talk. Go ahead, sir.
No, well, thank you. That's what I'm gonna say. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I would say that Legions is my main collection. Mythics, Cosmics, and I love the customizing aspect of it. That you can take the parts and just modify them slightly and make your own creations.
Yep.
And somehow I never planned to start selling any customs. That wasn't the idea. It was just to customize as a hobby to enjoy it. But it kind of has evolved into me selling for pretty much all the customs that I make.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of the customs I do are tributes to famous characters, like Fantastic Four. We saw that, and then we have
Yep.
so they're made with Mythic Legions parts, and then different level of customizing. So you're supposed to see that these are tributes to these characters. They're obviously not those characters because they're not using any parts from any DC or Marvel line or anything, but it's obviously meant to look like them. So
These are awesome, dude. And again, like seeing these, the pictures are great, but seeing them in person, I mean, the pictures do no justice to what they look like in person. They're absolutely amazing. Like we're looking at your Transformers, tribute figures. These look awesome. We got Optimus Prime, we got Shockwave, Megatron, and then this is shoot, I forgot. It's the other version of Optimus, right? Not a version, essentially.
no, that is the now I'm losing it. The combiner, the shark.
Oh, that's right. Actually, you're right. That's right. That's right. These look awesome, dude. This Ghost Rider looks crazy, dude.
Thanks, and
Absolutely awesome.
that's not much customizing. It's mainly the spikes on his pauldrons, and the rest are original parts.
Wow, just absolutely awesome. And then this
yes.
looks awesome.
I love that figure.
Yeah, one of the things from JOYTOY's perspective and from 40K is we don't have a lot of like demons, and obviously I'm a huge Grey Knight fan, so like I have to search out other places for demon figures, and I got the Diablo from 5K Toys, which by the way you can kill somebody with because of the spikes on it. But things like this is awesome. I'm a Mythic Legions collector, probably not as much as I was in the past, but I still keep the demon figures so I can have something as part of my collection for the Grey Knights to kick the shit out of. So this is awesome. Like I love seeing these type of figures and this type of creativity from. So go into a little bit of the creative process for you, Emil. What do you do as far as, do you get an idea? Is it really a customer reaching out to you? How do you decide on the next character that you're going to make a tribute figure of?
Well, it's actually two ways. One of the ways is someone reach out to me and asking for a commission, and they either want a tribute figure to something, or they want a figure. They have a vague concept of what they want, and they want me to do my version of that.
Sure.
Some people want to have it shipped, but most people, they order a commission to have it, to getting it at Legions Con in November, so they can come up and see their commission next to all the other commissions there, or next to all other figures, and then at the end of the weekend they bring their figure home. So
Sure.
that's most. And the other thing is, just me. As it all started for me, you get an idea, you want to do something, you get an idea to make a Batman figure, and it's like, I wonder if I could combine that part with that. Wouldn't that resemble Batman or something like that?
Yeah, dude. These look absolutely amazing. Look at the shredder that you have here too. Just absolutely amazing. Some of this stuff, again, seeing this in person is just like next level for the amount of like, how long does it take? Like, for instance, the Avenger figures that you have, how long did this take from concept to creation? Would you say that this did?
Well, that was, Captain America was my first tribute figure that I ever did. And I was just, it's hard to say how long it took to make.
Sure.
Some of the figures that I do now, they take way longer, because especially when you get a commission and you want to make sure that the end result is something good. So I always ask, if you're in a rush, then talk to someone else.
Sure.
Or because some of these figures, I have plenty of figures on my desk here, for example, and some of them have been there on my desk for many, many months.
Sure.
And people are they feel confident that, take your time. When you find that piece, that needs to go with that piece. Or I have, this is a, maybe an early tease for you, maybe, like, do you like, you used to collect GI Joe Classified, right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is one of my favorite GI Joe characters, and it has not been painted yet, but I've customized it to. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wow. Let me bring you into the full camera view here.
Yeah, I usually don't tease it like this in the head of time, but it's just felt like could share this.
Oh, wow, dude. Is that Muskrat?
This is supposed to be Sartan,
Oh shit, dude, that looks so cool.
but there are no paints on it yet. So I'm just, I just
Wow. Now, are you making that? Is that a customized figure for somebody, or is that just something that you're going to bring to Legion's Con?
Well, no, this is something that I just been wanting to do for a long time.
Awesome.
And you know, if someone wants to buy it, then they can buy it.
Sure. Wow, that's awesome, dude.
So
we
sometimes when
we
I
lost
post,
the view for Mr. Recon. Blake, can you still hear me? Well, I think that we lost him for a little bit. I can still see that he's here. It's okay.
No, I'm here.
There we go. He's back. There we go.
Too much water.
Not a problem. But yeah, dude, this is I love that Zartan figure. Now, are you going to bring that to Legion's Con once it's fully painted up?
yeah. So I will, you know, once I painted it, and then I'll take photos and post it on my Instagram, and you know, I will bring it to Legion's Con. But sometimes when I post a figure, then someone will reach out, is that for sale? And then they can pay some of the money ahead of time to reserve it, and then they can, you know, pay the rest at Legion's Con and have it picked up. So that is, you know, when I do my personal projects and someone reach out, I say yes, but you have to wait until Legion's Con, you know.
Makes complete sense. Here's the one I want to highlight. So this is, you've only made one 40K tribute figure, right?
So far, yes.
So this is the let me bring up the other
Justiciar.
Yeah, from the JOYTOY figure. I want to bring up really quickly the Ultramarines version of him so you guys can see. Because I want to do a quick comparison. How did you decide to do that figure, by the way? What was the
commission?
Oh, it was a commission.
That was a commission, and I've been, you know, I have another 40K custom in the works for some time, but I never really, you know, it never really felt like that character.
Sure.
But then someone reached out and asked for the Justiciar, and he and I realized that he has some parts that could actually, you know, work with the medieval style and utilize a lot of the Mythic Legions parts.
Correct.
So
I want to show, because I switched the page, but this is your version of him, and it looks awesome, dude. So you have some soft goods on here as well, and we also have the chained book that's on here. So how, for something like this, when you see, do you compare it to, did you use the JOYTOY as a comparison to put this together, or
yes.
Okay.
Yes, and in this case, the one who commissioned me, he had the JOYTOY figure.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I asked him to take extra photos from different angles and stuff.
Shit, I would have just sent you one, dude, or I would have bought it. Would have been like, I want, because that's what I did for my cosplay outfits based upon the Interceptor from the JOYTOY figures. I just reached out to CG Arbors and I was like, just, you know, you guys are in China, just get this figure, and you can literally see exactly how the proportions of it should be.
Yeah, is that how you order your cosplay?
Yeah, and what's funny is after they did that, and I gave them that idea, if you go to CG Armor's website, they have so many orders, and they're doing the exact same thing. They're like, we're basing the armor on the JOYTOY figure because we can get the proportions, we can see everything in hand, it's supposed to look, even more than a miniature, right? Because it's a larger proportion and you can articulate it. But yeah, so that's how they put it all together.
And that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But this looks awesome. And then going back to your custom of this, it's spot on. I love this.
So people who don't know Mythic Legions or the Legions lines, you know, might think that it's way different or so, but that is really something that I, you know, find that I love doing. I'm using the Legions parts. Everyone can use the Legions parts. It's not something that I have uniquely with me, but it's, you know, everyone can basically use the same parts.
That's awesome, dude. They can see the comparison between the two. This is from the collector, right? This is the person.
Yes, exactly. So that is actually a brown. The soft good is not an original Legions part, but it's a brown cape.
Oh wow! And you just shaped
Yeah.
it to be like that. That's cool.
No, it's just the cape. It's how I twisted the cape around the belt, so it's
Uh,
inside, and then I made a hole in the cape and attached the arm on it to
shoulder.
make. Yeah, so the clothed arm should match the cape.
That's awesome, dude. You don't understand. So there was an episode on Warhammer Plus, Hammer and Bolter. I'm not sure if you saw this, where it has
Yes,
him. But it's
Carlos sent me that.
yes, where it's not the Ultramarine. I forget what chapter it is. It's not the Ultramarines, but this dude was in it, and I saw I watched that episode, and I was like this close from ordering the figure, and it's been sold out. I could probably get it on Amazon, but I think I'd probably pay over $100 now for it. So
Yeah, so
this is absolutely awesome, dude. So now, do you have plans for any more Warhammer 40K tributes?
yes,
Oh, yeah. So even before I finish saying it, I was
yes.
like, yes, I do. I have.
No, I'm already planning for something, and it's not a commission, so I'll post it when it's done, and we shall
Oh,
see.
awesome. That's awesome, dude.
Woohoo!
This is awesome. Dude. Very awesome work, man. So yeah, so this is your customization. You have a full line. Again, guys, if you're not subscribed to his Instagram, you're missing out on some of the most unbelievable customs that you'll see. If you go to Legions Con this year, you get to see me walking around like a crazy person, giving out some purity seals of Wraith, but you'll also be able to see these customs in person. And that's what oh man, dude, this shredder looks awesome. There's goes your tribute figure for Trapjaw. We got Carnage, got Death Dealer, Doctor Doom. We got Storm, Ahsoka, Colossus, Lobo. I don't know. Oh, that's Scarlet Witch. I don't know who that is. Darth Maul. I saw your Darth Maul in person. That was an awesome figure. So, dude, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. This year you're going to be at Legions Con.
Yes.
Blake, you're going to be at Legions Con too, correct?
Give it.
He has actually been selected for. Go ahead and say it, Blake.
Oh, I was so it was actually Thomas Belay that was selected for intern, and I am his +1. So I'm excited that he and I had a little gentleman's agreement before this happened this year that if one of us got chosen, we'd take the other. It was kind of a little gentleman's thing, so he kept his word. And the other part of this is really cool is that it's been a good Legions year. I also got an opportunity I will be hosting the first Pacific Northwest Legions meetup in 2026 out here in Oregon. So
That's awesome.
That's awesome. And like I said before, I know that the Four Horsemen don't have a huge representation out on the West Coast, so being able to see that. He's got his state of California with the Legions on it.
That's because that was the West Coast meetup, which I went to this year, the Mythic meetup. And that's what sparked a lot of this. Brick something on his channel. We chatted about it, and it was literally down to the fact that if this is West Coast, how come there's a picture of California, not Washington and Oregon? This is not. So that's what sparked me to get a little fired up and say, you know what? I need to bring a show here. So I reached out to Jeremy Gerard and asked for the blessings, and he gave me the blessings. And so we're moving forward in 2026.
That is so cool. That is awesome. And if you guys are in the West Coast area and are a fan of Mythic Legions or just want to meet up with Blake and touch the top of his awesome bald pate, have a chance to go meet him. So that's awesome. I want to highlight a quick chat from Trevor. Four Horsemen started doing these tribute figures themselves, showing off what a great medium Mythic Legion can be for tribute pieces. Love to see it. The community around Mythic is the most awesome thing going. It is. The Cabal is awesome. Great fans. Awesome people that I've had in touch with and been part of their Facebook group for many years, and they're awesome people. And I know that you guys echo the same sentiments as well.
Yes, absolutely. Happy to be a part of it.
Absolutely. So Emil, anything you want to add to anything? I know you showed off the Zartan, custom Zartan that you're working on currently.
That's a little bit teaser, yeah, one of them.
Sure. This Serpentor looks awesome.
Oh, I love that Serpentor.
Really awesome. I love the face sculpt. Absolutely awesome proportions. Everything about this figure is awesome. The scales, great. Absolutely awesome. Anything else that you want to mention, Emil, as far as what you're going to be going to? I know you're going to be at Legions Con this year. Any other plans or anything else this year?
Just to have fun, meet friends at Legions Con, and when it comes to other things, well, maybe buy some more Joy Toys.
I was going to say you were missing the most important piece of this, which is getting more JOYTOY figures and then joining this show and then showing off your new JOYTOY figures, right?
Yes, that would probably happen actually.
Very cool. And again, like I said, guys, go to Emil's Instagram. Definitely follow him. He's an awesome person, an awesome customizer. So, but yeah, this JOYTOY figure of the Judicar is actually sold out. It's been sold out for a while. So I'm gonna have to. The only thing that's holding me back is that damn blue pauldron on his shoulder. I don't know why it has to be a damn Ultramarine. By the way, have you seen? If you go to the JOYTOY's website, look at this shit. Look at this. This is one page. Look at, we got 3 pages of this shit.
Horrible.
What is this? Look at this. It doesn't end. One thing actually,
and the problem with that is,
look at this shit. This is crazy. This is a travesty. By the way, one of the things I'm still mad about is the fact that this right here, the Outrider, has not been made for the Blood Angels. That is insane because they are one of the chapters who are known for writing on these. Okay, I
agree with you, Wraith. I don't get that one either. I have both the Fist version and the Ultramarines, but I don't understand why there wasn't one for the Blood Angels.
What, the Fist? Why is there one for the Fists? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
God. All right, I'm gonna stop being angry right now. So anyway,
Angron. You're like Angron.
Oh, actually, that's a perfect. Actually, we're gonna jump into Angron right now. I'm gonna go.
There you go.
Really quickly to him, because, and I'm gonna show you in a second. Emil. I don't know if you've seen the size of this figure. Okay, this is this dude is massive. Okay, they showed I remember seeing a picture of it of him. By the way, DG, if you have the picture that I'm thinking of, where by his feet up to his waist is like an Ultramarine. I think it's Titus. But this figure is absolutely massive, dude. He's gonna be shipping, I would think, in the next couple of weeks, right? I already did a live review of the Knight, so I know I can fit Angron on there, okay? But because Angron's coming, and because the newest book, which I reviewed for the Warhammer 40K 10th edition, the Armageddon book that came out, they went back to Armageddon, the Grey Knights, and so on. I'm going to take a quick moment, and I'm going to grab something. I'm going to show you that I have ready for Angron, because I'm going to make a short saying, if you're ready for Angron, you need to have these. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in just a second.
And the music plays like do 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 do. Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he's got a couple of them, trust me.
Oh.
So I'm going to try to do this without hurting myself. Let me go back to larger vision here. This one. There we go. Oh, I got the wrong one. This is it right here. Okay. Let me get rid of the chat really quick so you guys can see. Let me get the mic over by my mouth. So we got 2 of these. And the second one I bought from LT Cave, I bought this one for $160. These things weigh so much, Emil. This is about 15 pounds of steel in my hand. This is metal. Okay. This is not just plastic. This is metal. Okay. My son he's 8 years old. He loves these Grey Knights. So if you have a chance, and I'm going to echo this to everybody that is watching this, if you're watching this on the replay, you need to pick up one of these, because they're not going to reissue these things again. And this was the first time that JOYTOY ever did something this large in this scale. So if you see them available, for a good price and it's not jacked up, you need to pick up one of these because the amount I can't even turn it, okay? But the amount of stuff that's the how much detail is on these NDKs is absolutely amazing. So I got 2 of them ready for when Angron comes, okay? To send him screaming back to the warp. Okay? Got 2 of them. I'm gonna make a short of it too. But again, my recommendation is if you guys see these available, you need to pick them up because these are absolutely awesome. The one on the right, the Gatling gun or the Gatling bolter, you put a battery in it, it turns. There's a light that goes on these guys. I'm telling you, Blakey, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Deal, dude. I'm glad that I'm working out again because if I was not working out, I would not be able to hold both of these in my hand. So, idea.
Yeah, those things are awesome.
Yeah, the entire lower portion of this is all metal. Like, to give you an idea, Emil, the entire portion is all steel. There's a steel waist. Just from a customizer and someone who enjoys figures, I would love you to get one of the feet are steel. Like the entire legs are steel. There's just a little bit of plastic. Again, this weighs at least 10 pounds. 8 to 10 pounds is what I think this weighs.
I think Emil's face is saying right now, gosh, I have to go back to dancing at night again so I can buy these things.
And then, of course, you have to show off the big boy.
Oh, the small toddler, your addition to your family.
Obviously, the Imperial Knight is it's a tie between the 2 Nemesis Dread Knights and the Imperial Knight being the stars of my collection. This is an absolute monster. He's got the driver in him. I don't have the battery and the lights because I don't want to keep batteries in my collectibles because I know over time.
Is that $700 plus shipping or something?
This is $700. The new one, the other one, the House Raven, the red one, is about $70 cheaper, and that one's coming out around December, January. But this is absolutely awesome. And again, this uses the Grey Knights NDK, kind of like the chassis of it, right? Where it's all steel. The bottom portion of this is all steel and metal. The feet and so on are all steel and metal, and the rest of it is like plastic that's added onto it. So this is an extremely, as I'm eating the mic, this is an extremely sturdy collectible. And I know it's a lot of money, but if this is going to be the star of your collection, then this is going to be the blinding star of your collection.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And they have 2 of them. Jeez.
Just call me the enabler. There we go. So see those monsters. What is your reaction? And we got Angron coming as well.
Blake, what's your reaction?
Blake knows he's got these bad boys.
Oh yeah. Well, I know what JOYTOY puts out. I mean, we're not going to be let down. There hasn't been anything that I've gotten so far that they have let me down. Hopefully, it looks like LT Cave has got my my night in stock. So hopefully, I'll be getting shipping this week on that. So I can sit there and join in with the hands-on, tangible aspect of having my night in hand. But Angron is just, Angron, World Eaters. Let's just, I mean, it is what it is.
Look at that face sculpt, dude. Look at that.
That is a face that no mother would love, but still, I do.
Absolutely. I want to highlight something really quick, Trevor. It took 4 Nemesis Dread Knights to take out Angron. That is correct, but at least I have 2. It's better than having none. At least I have 2. So
Getting 2 more.
No, I do not want that idea. Stop it.
Whatever. You just planted the seed, Emil. He will. You watch now.
God damn it.
Between you and Trevor getting it in his head, he's going to be like, okay, guys, I didn't say I was going to do this, but look, I've got my Angron and 4 NDKs.
He is freaking amazing.
No, dude, look at that shot, dude. Again, look at the size. Again, when I do the review on this and I do a comparison, I cannot believe how big this is. This is an action figure, okay? This is not a Nemesis Dread Knight. This is not an Imperial Knight behind me. This is not even a Leviathan Dreadnought, okay? This is an action figure. This thing is absolutely massive, okay? I have the Diablo figure, and this dwarfs the Diablo figure. Absolutely awesome. Any interest in grabbing Angron, Emil? Enabler. Oh my God. Go ahead.
Oh my God, look at that. That's the shot right there. Look at that.
Yep. And again, we're going to see this coming out in the next couple weeks. We're going to get this. We're going to have this in hand. I'll have this in hand. I'll do a live review. I'm going to compare it to the Imperial Knight, to the Nemesis Dreadnought, to the Leviathan Dreadnought, to the Redemptor Dreadnought, to the Standard Dreadnought, right? So the Vulnerable Dreadnought, the Furiosa. Like this is, it's what I'll say is this. Last year I made a decision because I was collecting a lot of different lines and my collections were all over the place. I wound up deciding right about the time I found out about my brain tumor, I'm like, I'm just going to focus my collection on Warhammer 40K. And I drove to North Carolina, which is about 900 miles away, to Hero Toys Collectibles. By the way, check them out. They're an awesome store in North Carolina. And I sold about 60% of my collection. I sold all of my JoJo Classified, a lot of my Mythic Legions. I still collect Mythic Legions, but I'm very selective on what I collect. And I came back from that trip, and I am all in on the JOYTOY Warhammer figures. Even though I am all in, I still will only collect specific ones. I am not. Blake has the cake here. He is the champion of JOYTOY because, as you saw in that couple of weeks ago where we did the show, me and Blake, his collection is freaking amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. And I still get comments to be about that collection, Blake. So again, seeing this, because I haven't gotten your reaction to this. What do you look? Here's the scale, 38 centimeters, and it's not even like to the top of like his wings. This is another 15. So this gives you an idea of the scale. Emil, what do you think about when you see something like this?
Well, when I see it after we have been sitting here talking about customizing, I'm like, what Legions parts would I use to make something like this?
Oh God damn!
That's what's happening.
Ogres, you'd have to use ogres, right?
Yeah.
Especially for Angron. And how would
You realize that Angron is 26 inches wide for you non-metrics individuals.
Absolutely crazy.
It's
26 inches.
Look at that.
That's over 2 feet for, just to simplify it even farther.
God damn, dude, he is absolutely crazy looking. Absolutely crazy looking. And I know he has an articulated tail. I also pre-purchased Bathier when I went to Legions Con. I did not actually buy anything at the last Legions Con. Once I saw Bathier, I was like, I'm only buying this. I'm only putting my money towards this and putting my pennies. But again, I'm gonna have Bathier in part of my collection. As part of with Angron. But again, this just looks absolutely amazing, dude. They're killing it, absolutely killing it.
Get back to the measurement page, right?
Sure.
That's what it was. Yeah, so he is. I was trying to remember. Yeah, he is 15 inches tall. So he's almost 1.5 feet tall, like 2.5 feet wide.
That's crazy, man.
So for the money and for the detail, and we all know what JOYTOY brings to the table, especially with paint apps, articulation, and then accuracy on this line. You're not going to get an Angron any better.
Nope.
And again, it is a little pricey, $400, but compared to the Imperial Knight, which I just got $700 and then or $800 in shipping. I mean, again, like just this is the reason why I'm saying when we talk about the helmet before, the roleplay helmet, the quality and the attention to detail that JOYTOY has done on these figures. There are some nitpicks, 100%. I agree. There's some nitpicks, like we have the scale. We sometimes have some pieces, blah blah blah. But overall, they're for a mass-produced product, the quality is there. This is not like you're walking into a Walmart and you're gonna buy a Black Series figure. You compare a Black Series figure to, like, a JOYTOY figure, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. So, yeah, this is just absolutely crazy.
Can you
Absolutely.
go to, I think you have the capability. Can you zoom in on one of those pictures? I want to look at his armor, especially his, and if anybody in this live stream keeps seeing me look down every once in a while, it's actually I'm trying to follow along with the chat because the way everything's set up.
Yeah, his armor. Again, once you get in really close at this scale, it starts to get a little pixelated. But yeah, that's a
Oh, it's that okay. I didn't know if you how clear, because some of those pictures were really clear, but those were probably already taken and zoomed in it that way.
Yeah. This looks good though. All right, so now we're going to go to my favorite portion of the show. We're going to ask Emil what his favorite chapter in Warhammer 40K is, and then we're going to bring up the JOYTOY versions of them. So, Emil,
Nice.
I already know the answer. Okay, I'm going to start typing it in. So, you are a
Grey Knights fan.
There we go. So that's why
Case-
Emil was speechless when I was showing those MPKs.
Case in point, why Emil's on the show. Wraith picks all the Grey Knight fans.
There we
I'm
go.
sorry, you want me to leave, Blake?
What I want to highlight. So Lone in the chat has been trying to get me to do a painting stream, which I am a horrible painter, but I get free miniatures each year. I picked out my from Warhammer Plus. Let me bring it up to this one. Here we go. So this is the Inquisitor agent. So I picked up him. I also have a bunch of other minis. So I'm going to do next week. I'm off from work. So I'm going to do a live paint stream. And you guys are going to get to laugh at me at how bad I am painting. So it's going to be quite a lovable live stream for you. Primarch Lone, Wraith, I will get the baby carrier, but only if you do a stream painting one. I'll tell you what, I have my baby carrier coming from my combat patrol, which I just bought from it was like last week. So when I get that, I'm gonna paint it, and you're gonna have to get a JOYTOY. They're not a baby carrier, okay? We're gonna debunk this, by the way. I'm gonna make a series of videos. I've decided with me and my Grey Knight armor and talking to the camera and saying you are wrong about the Nemesis Dread Knight. Okay, and I'm going to explain to you guys why it looks the way it does and why it doesn't have any armor, and then you're going to feel enlightened afterwards. So going back to what we were talking about, Apple. So you are a Grey Knights fan. You are a top tier collector. You are a super intelligent person. Why do you like the Grey Knights? I already know the answer to this.
Love it.
Why do you love the Grey Knights, Emil?
I do love the Grey Knights. Did you ask me why? No. You...
Why do you love the Grey Knights, Emil? What got you into them?
They're pure.
Yes.
They're the most noble. They're like the Captain America of 40K.
Well put. Yeah, that's true.
They fight the evil. No, I mean, first of all, we have their looks, and we're talking about their helmets and their. I just love the design, but the design together with their lore, there's they don't go around and fight every battle. They're only called in when they're really needed, and it's not like let's call 100 Grey Knights. No, come on, let's get 5. That's enough.
Correct.
Okay. And we still have that, the whole story about how you become a Grey Knight and how powerful you are, and also just fighting the demons by knowing their names, and there's so much that I love about them. I mean, the armor, I know their lore is probably one of those factions that are a little bit way over the top, like how many psychers are getting killed to make that armor, how many sacrifices are. So it's like, is the math smart here? Maybe we should just make some more Space Marines or something.
Nope.
But screw that. This is, let's make this over the top. Just like
They're the only chapter who can deal with chaos. They're the only chapter. All right, they're the ones who sent Angron back a number of times on planet Armageddon. They're the ones who are called in to deal with the most powerful threat to the material to the Empire that they've seen. Is right, based upon what the Emperor and Malkador came up with. This is the Grey Knights, and they're also based upon their gene seed is also based upon the Emperor. So outside of the Custodians, and then you have the Grey Knights, right? So I agree. What do you think about the JOYTOY figures of the Grey Knights?
Okay, so first of all, we have. I'm gonna say this. Long time ago, I was playing 40k. You know.
Yep.
And the Grey Knights were great. I had like 12 Terminators in my 1,000 point army because I had the 12 Apostles, kind of like the 2 units of 6 Terminators, and they were like, it was not the best setup of a team, but it was so fun to play with, you know. After a while, the design developed for so many of the other factions. I love the Primarch Terminators, you know, or Primaris Terminators. And at that time, I was like a little bit disappointed, or extremely disappointed, that the Grey Knights didn't get a new design, and we're still lacking that in the gaming world.
Correct.
But if we just that aside, I think the Grey that is that's the first figure I really needed, the Grey Knight Terminator.
It's absolutely so. We're gonna get a refresh. I have a 6,000 point tabletop Grey Knight army, right? So I know the pain for the smaller, stubbier figures. I have the miniatures. So hopefully, the big thing is 11th edition. We're finally going to get a refresh. So in the next 2 years, we're going to get a full Grey Knight refresh on all of the models.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what essentially everybody's saying. That's what they're essentially saying. Yep, we're gonna get a full refresh.
I haven't played 40k in a long time because I've been waiting for that new,
Oh yeah. Yep.
So if that comes, then I'm gonna get back at playing 40k. I'm gonna wait for that.
3 years, maybe 2.5 years. We're gonna have a full refresh of the Grey Knights as far as all the ones that need the Primaris model. Castellan Garen Crow already, his model is good in the
I know.
Yeah.
But he's like walking around with a small
well, his purifiers are like his sons. I have all my sons with me. But again,
I take it what JOYTOY. If we go back to what JOYTOY is doing,
sure,
they are doing a great job with them.
Yeah. The only thing that I want to do, and we're going to go back to the Terminator here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, is the thighs right here. Actually, this is a perfect shot. See these upper thighs? This is the difference between the Terminators now and the Terminators originally. So these original Terminators that came out from the Grey Knights, they're a little bit shorter than the current setup of like the size, but it's really these upper thighs that make the difference. There's a customizer who has made replacement thighs for them as well as other Terminators. I'm about to order 8 sets of them and upgrade all of my Grey Knight Terminators to the higher scale to be more in line with the Terminators of a standard scale.
Really?
Yep.
So then maybe I should buy one for my Terminator as well.
Yeah, dude. I would. They just did a reorder on this particular one. Grey Knight's Terminator Cadon Vibona. He's the one with the power with the Nemesis power hammer. Or the Nemesis hammer. This is also a really cool one. Jarek Thul. He has the I forget the name of the weapon, but he looks
halberd.
Awesome. The halberd, yes, correct. And I think is he the one who comes with the? No, he doesn't come with the floating servitor. There's one of them that come with the floating.
No, I have that one.
Oh, you have that one. Okay,
the one with that one.
Yes,
that's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This is the one with the floating. Or no, this is the one with the demon head. Hold on, let me get.
He has both.
Oh, he did come with both. Okay, I think you're right. But yeah, so dude, 100%. Like they also recently came out with it. Obviously, we got Caldor Dragor within the 10th edition. By the way, if you haven't heard, he is not in the 10th edition anymore as far as the army.
Really?
So they're removing him. Nobody knows officially what it is, what's happening, because the The 10th edition codex hasn't officially come out. By the way, I ordered the 10th edition codex last week, and I got the special edition. I didn't have to pay scalpers for it. Woo-hoo-hoo! Dude,
I was always thinking about getting that one, but I was like, if I'm getting it, why would I get that one? Why would I get that?
You're a Grey Knight fan.
I know.
But so
but it's actually the small figures that are, they're the old models. That's what's messing with me,
Sure. So again, we have Kaldor Dragor is removed from 10th edition. He hasn't been replaced. They're talking about, I think at the end of 10th edition, they're probably going to do like this big event where Kaldor Dragor is going to come flying back in and bringing like the soul of Dorn, or bring Dorn back into the fold, or something crazy I think is going to happen. But I don't think we've seen the end of Kaldor Dragor.
Okay, then
No, go ahead.
No, just imagine him, we're losing him and getting a new model in 2 years then, so we gotten used to something new.
Absolutely. One other thing too, I while I remember this, in our Discord chat, we have a customizer named Boop G, and he reached out to me and I reached out to him. He's making me a custom Grey Knight Terminator based upon the video game Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, and it's a paladin with a shield and a sword, and it's taller than the current Terminators. It's using the parts. He 3D printed up the parts of the JOYTOY figures, so it's a one-to-one representation of the parts.
Oh, that's
and
so
it
cool.
freaking looks. Wait till it gets painted. I'm going to do a complete review. I'll send it over to you, Emil, or I'm going to have you on the channel, back on the show when I officially unveil it, as well as obviously our co-host Blake, and we're going to talk about this. So Blake,
That would be cool.
Talked up a storm. What is your idea? What do you think about the Grey Knights as far as the figures in this line that have been released so far for JOYTOY?
I love them all. I think the Grey Knights, they're not my favorite, but they're in the top 3. So, but you are right. They are the Captain America. I think Emil said that. They are the ones you look towards to solve a problem or come in and save the day. So, if you're a JOYTOY collector, let alone a Warhammer fan, these should be in everyone's collection. And I'm not saying you need to drop more money, but this is a faction that just epitomizes freedom, epitomizes I don't know. I just think it's awesome, and I'm very happy and privileged to be able to have these in my collection.
Yep. Two things I want to highlight by Trevor in the chat. First is the Terminus Decree, and I'll talk a little bit about that. I'm going to make a video again wearing my cosplay armor, yelling at the camera, "You're wrong about the Terminus Decree." Anyway, so the two things that he says is one about the new Terminus Decree lore, which I don't know if you've heard, Emil, and I'll cover that in a second. And the second one, which we'll cover now, is their short stature from the lore perspective is accurate because they don't have Primaris Knights. I agree because and Emil, if you wanted to touch on that, go ahead.
No, absolutely, and I agree about that. They can't be as big as the other ones, but even if they're not Primaris, they could still be taller and make their just don't make them feel like square blobs or midgets when it comes to the proportions. I still think they could be bigger to match with the the gameplay when you're looking at the table. So. You're right in that aspect. They cannot be as long as Primaris, so they should probably make them slightly shorter, but still way higher than now.
Correct. I agree. So I agree with your sentiment, Trevor, regarding the Grey Knights are not Primaris. Now I'm going to talk a little about the Terminus Decree. So do you know what the Terminus Decree is? Obviously, Emil, right? So Terminus Decree, I think it was in the 5th edition, was kind of the last time they really talked about this, or some of the books recently. So the Terminus Decree originally was essentially the Grey Knights had this mysterious weapon, right, that nobody knew about, and it was only the Grand Chapter Master of the Grey Knights who have access to seeing what it actually is, or access to it, right? And it was very mysterious. People essentially thought it was, or it was said to be, an endgame weapon. Say, for instance, if Abaddon invaded or got to Terra and was about to take over and kill the Emperor on the throne in 40K, what is going on right now, that the Grey Knights would activate this, and it's essentially a bio bomb that would kill anybody with gene enhanced abilities, right? Anything that has their genes are enhanced, so it would kill all of the Space Marines, Custodians, everybody, as well as all the Black Legion, all the Traitor Legions. Okay, that's originally what it was, and it was very mysterious. It's kind of like with like Wolverine's past. I know we're jumping around here, but like Wolverine's past and Snake Eyes' past from GI Joe and Marvel, like it was cooler when it was very mysterious. It was an unknown thing because you got to guess and think about what this is. In the 10th edition that was just leaked, apparently they have changed the Terminus Decree to be essentially that the Grey Knights were told by the Emperor of Mankind, or this little box that they have, that if the Emperor were to return in any form, that the Grey Knights are supposed to send him back to essentially, get rid of him and put him back on the throne of what's going on as the corpse Emperor of the Imperium, right?
I didn't know.
That was just leaked about a week ago.
But hey, come on, that is basically a plan from Abaddon then, I guess. All the plans, because we know that the best thing for humankind would be if the Emperor died, so he can be reborn. But
right.
We also know that nobody knows about that except, well, is it Gilliman, right? He's the only Primarch that knows this truth, kind of.
Right.
No, not even that. He just knows that he is not a god, right?
Yes.
But he doesn't know about him being reborn.
Nope.
And that, that's...
Yep.
Nobody knows about that. Yeah.
So here's the thing, and this is why I'm going to make that short and I'm serious. I'm going to make a short of me and my cosplay yelling at the camera. So here's what people are saying. They're saying the Grey Knights would get their asses kicked. There's no way that they're going to be able to accomplish this because the Custodians would stop them, but they would wipe out the Grey Knights, and then the Custodians on top of that have the Sisters of Silence, so the Grey Knights wouldn't be able to use their psychic abilities. Spoiler, I agree with everything that you're saying. I agree with that, right? I agree with every Custodians are amazing. But here's the thing. Grey Knights are the Ordo Malleus, okay? Which is a portion of the Inquisition. If the Emperor returned, do you think that the Inquisition would like that to happen? Right? They would lose so much authority and overall control of what the Imperium is. If the Grey Knights came to them and was like, we have to kill the Emperor of Mankind was reborn, don't you think that the Inquisition would be like, that's a great idea? By the way, here's they would throw all of their resources into assisting the Grey Knights. So it would not be the Grey Knights against the Custodians and the Sisters of Silence. It would be the Grey Knights as the Order Malleus. It would be the Order Hereticus. Maybe we'll get the Sisters involved. Maybe the Ordo Xenos and everything from the Inquisition. And then on top of that, they would poison all of the minds of everybody else in the Imperium against this newly reborn Emperor. And then you'd have all of the forces, essentially another civil war happening. That's my idea. And that's the only reason I think that Games Workshop would introduce something like this and actually make it happen, is to have another massive civil war, because that's what essentially would happen. Do you agree with me, Emil and Blake, that that's what essentially would happen? I know. I'm dropping
yeah. It's pretty good there.
I'm still, when we're gonna deep dive in the lore, I'm still a little bit sad when I think about the sisters, for example, having faith in this emperor god that is not a god.
Yep.
And doing all of these things to something. But then again, I also love that their power is still real, so that they get their power through faith.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with emperor, right? Am I, or is
correct?
It,
no,
so,
it's
so
faith.
just that they have this faith in itself. That's the power.
Yep, correct.
Right?
Even
I think that's a really cool lore thing.
Sister Celestine, they think that she's a warp entity. So she is actually from the warp. She is not
Oh.
evil, but that's why she's able to perform these crazy miracles and appear out of whatever, is because people think that she is a warp entity. That's the essentially what people are thinking.
Yeah.
So
I
Blake,
love the
what do-
complexity of all of this.
it's
I love
awesome,
that.
dude. That's and I'll ask you in a second, Blake. But this is kind of why I dropped the other IPs that I was collecting, right? Because with GI Joe, it's just rehashing things that I've already had in my childhood, right? There's nothing new, right? It's great that I can share it with my son, but from a perspective of me, there's nothing new to learn about, right? Warhammer, holy crap, dude. I've interviewed lore guys who just have YouTube channels just about the lore, and this is their only job. And I tried to like think about like learning everything about Warhammer. Emil, it's impossible, dude. Like I am just closed in on the Grey Knights, and that's it. So, based upon what I just said, Blake, what do you think about this? That soliloquy.
I think the Warhammer lore, if this is what you're asking, if you're just talking about in general, because you said a lot there, and you said a lot about where you're at now with your collecting and why you're there. As I gradually move in that same direction that you have, the biggest reason is for what you just said. The story is still evolving. There's still more going on. And to parallel this, one of two big reasons I am a Legions fan. The story keeps developing.
Yeah.
We keep getting more to the Four Horsemen lore worlds and all their stories, just like Warhammer keeps moving forward. Yes, you're correct. I'm a G.I. Joe fan. I have all my G.I. Joes.
Sure.
That's the military guy in me. That's the Marine. I love that stuff. And I think those figures, I think it's the #1 Hasbro line ever.
Yep. I agree.
So with that said, I just feel that Warhammer itself and the different levels, different time frames, different story arc, I think there's so much possibility there that we don't know. That's what keeps me excited and engaged.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like that's my reasoning for it. Now, Emil, so I know, Blake, that you were into Warhammer for a while. I think you were saying back in the early 2000s you originally got into Warhammer? Or was it?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I started paying attention when I was in the Marine Corps and I was not collecting. I went through that whole spell where I stopped collecting because I didn't think it wasn't macho enough.
Sure.
That's in another story. That's my own issues of learning and just growing up.
Sure.
But, I was paying attention to Warhammer back in those days, back at the very early inceptions. And it really was, I was honestly sparked into Warhammer by the art. Originally, it was the art, the character design, and I didn't really know much about what the storyline was or the lore, but I knew that those were some really cool things to draw, or that I would really enjoy this world. Looks amazingly scary, and it looks amazingly dark, but it looks amazingly cool, especially in the art form. So, in the early 2000s, I really started getting more into I'm going to grab a book. I'm going to grab a codex. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to read this chapter. I'm going to go into YouTube. And some people way back when were even starting some snippets of hey, this is what the Grey Knights are. Here's what the Ultramarines were.
Yep.
And that's where my journey started. So, yeah, I've been pretty active in the Warhammer line of collecting and just the understanding of the lore for quite a long time.
Emil, what about you? What about your kind of dive into 40K? Because you're in Europe, and I'm jealous of you. Were you ingratiated to Warhammer from an early age? Was this part of our childhood was the G.I. Joe and stuff like that? Was Warhammer part of your childhood?
Yeah, well, first of all, I had G.I. Joes as well, but they were called Action Force here.
Oh yeah,
and not real American hero, but international hero.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
But anyway, when I was, maybe 13, 14 or something, I started playing Warhammer Fantasy.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Was into reading stuff like that, the rule books, and we started
Matthias Thurman is still one of my favorite books, dude. That and Brunner the Bounty Hunter, two of my favorite books of all time. I love those books.
Yes, so I mean, so Games Workshop was with me from early on, and but it was just me and a friend, and his older brother played with their friends, but it was me and a friend. But a couple of years, that died out after a while. We played Magic the Gathering and other stuff like that, but then we opened a store in our small town
Oh,
where we
wow.
live. Yeah, so I was a Games Workshop retailer, and we had
Wow.
we started
Oh, wow.
we started a gaming club. So we had the store selling fantasy stuff, anime stuff, cosplay stuff, weapons, games, and Warhammer. And then
That's awesome.
we had a club, a gaming club. So kids, adults of all ages were playing these different games, and we had tournaments and stuff. And so I got to go to England, to Nottingham, to Warhammer World as a retailer. So we got to see all the store, the factory, and uh, you know
That's awesome.
that was freaking awesome. And at that time, I remember after all that, those days were over. All the retailer, we had gone some classes and learned a lot of stuff. I I asked if I could talk to someone about merchandise. So I got to talk to, I'm not, the head of some department there, and asked him about why isn't, you know, merchandise available? More
Sure.
t-shirts, posters, anything that, like that. And I remember he explained it. This is, it's interesting, but we need to focus on the figures, because if people are buying the merchandise instead of buying the toys, I mean the not the toys,
Sure.
the miniatures. And I always thought that was interesting, because to me it was like, but I hear what you're saying, but it kind of like this this it grows together.
Sure.
And the more you hear about Games Workshop going down, in sales with figure miniatures and stuff like that, and they're having problems. And then JOYTOY, and they're starting with McFarlane Toys, like,
Mhm.
and people get interested with it. So it's coming full circle, I think. I
Yep.
think they're gonna definitely benefit from this. And like I said, there is no sci-fi world that is more awesome than Warhammer 40K. And I have my hopes for Henry Cavill and Amazon line.
Oh
I
god.
know I've been disappointed with so many other things. I've been super disappointed with Rings of Power. I'm not even looking at it. Happy for those who do. I'm very happy for those who do. To me, it broke my heart. And but with the 40K line, I'm like, if this succeeds, I mean, there's no end to this. We could see stuff like this forever, and it's like, that's what I'm hopeful for. So anyway,
No.
then things happened, and I wasn't playing for a long time. And I have a gaming group. We play board games and Magic and stuff like that. And I don't have my 40K army anymore, because
Mm.
every year that passes, I'm like, I don't like that the Grey Knights look so silly. And I tried to look at some other army to play, and Imperial Knights have been up there,
It ain't
Death
the
Wars,
same
Black
thing.
Templars, but it's like, no. Oh, the Sisters of Battle,
Yep.
another favorite. The Sisters of Battle are really cool. So I guess those are the closest one for me to pick. But then it's like, I just read a little bit more about the Grey Knights, and I'm like, no, this is my guys. These are my guys. And then I haven't. I customized Mythic Legions instead, and wait for that. That's
That's good.
sorry, long story.
No,
But
it's awesome.
but but then again, when the toy collection started, and I found the mechas from JOYTOY,
Yep.
and I'm like, at that some time, I remember when they said that they were gonna start making 40K
Yep.
figures, and I was like, I this is so cool. And then they posted the first figures, and I was like, well, if I buy these, will there ever be an end to these? No, because I know how many figures there are, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait. But if they release Grey Knights, I'm gonna buy the Grey Knights. And then they released the Grey Knights, and I was like, where is my excuse now? And then I postponed it a little bit more, and then at least
No
have some.
excuse.
Exactly.
No excuse. So I want to, because I know you have your collection is starting. So I want to take this chance, Emil, because I want you to share, because I have you in the highlighted screen, your JOYTOY Warhammer figures that you currently have.
Okay.
So how many do you currently have overall, would you say, as part of your collection?
Well, it's hard to count, but I mean, there are so numerous. There are 3.
Great job. Hey, that's more than
I
one.
like his lead into it. It's hard to
I'll
count.
take it, dude. That is something to work with.
But I would like to, after having shown those, I would like to say which ones I have on pre-order.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect. And then I'll share.
Nice.
I'll come back to the screen and we'll share it. But go ahead, show what is your from the bottom 3 to the top one. What is your
No.
what is your favorite to the least favorite? Or
Don't do that. Don't do the bottom 3. Okay.
there you go. Start from
Okay.
the bottom, go to the top.
Okay. No. Okay. It's hard to. Okay, I'll say this is the 3rd one then.
Oh man, Ultramarines already. God damn it, man.
This figure is amazing.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome. I want a
I
Grey
think-
Knight version.
I know, but this is this. Ah, there you go.
What do you think about the articulation on these figures for 118?
Well, So when I got the JOYTOY figures, I was like, the articulation is good, but there are a lot of things that feels a little bit wobbly,
Sure.
and things, some of the stuff falling off. But when I put it in my cupboard, or I mean on my shelves, I haven't played with them for a long time, and now when I'm, brought them out to show you guys, I was like, these are way better than how I remember them.
Sucking you in.
Yes, and yeah. So, okay. Let's take this one as number 2. I'm sorry, but the Grey Knight Terminator is on my number 2.
Oh my god, he's still an awesome figure, dude. What do you think about all of the accoutrement and all of the purity seals and everything on that figure?
No, that's great. Everything should be here. Like I said, the shoulders feels a little bit wobbly.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
And
the older
and-
shoulder design. Yep.
Yes. But maybe that is it, and there are some pieces that keeps falling off a little bit.
Sure.
Soft goods would be fun, but overall, I think it's a great figure. Articulation, it's great, honestly.
Yep. Especially for the 118 scale, like it's awesome.
Yeah, this one I keep thinking about removing.
Yeah, I took that off. I threw it into hot water and I straightened it out. And I actually use it in part of my display, just floating around. So
yeah, I think I like it better like this.
dude, it's so awesome.
Okay,
That Nemesis power sword.
So maybe these 3, like I said, I ordered 3 figures. So
The
don't
top
hate
one?
me now.
Let's see
What?
the top one. Let me see the top one.
Okay.
Top of the pile, king of the hill. Go, go, go. Oh, god damn it. The Emperor's Champion? God damn it. It's a good figure.
I think he is an amazing figure.
The reason why I'm saying this, Emil, is because I have not bought the Black Templars, and there's a very good reason, because obviously my favorite like shade of color is like black and white, and I know I will go all in. I've already bought all of the Blood Angels. I bought all the Grey Knights, and I'm now like the Raven Guard. I'm like, oh, there's just enough of those. If I went all in on the Black Templars, it'd be over.
I hear you, and I heard you saying that last week, but it's like, it's so freaking awesome, and I think I probably will need to get more of these. But this figure, I should not be playing with this now. I have one other figure. We were talking about third-party stuff.
Yep.
And this is saying everything that I thought about,
have 6 of them right above my head. They're awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
I bought
just-
6 of those, dude.
I understand that because I can't fit all his equipment on. So I
Yep.
think I need to get some more. And
So-
I know that, and this is what we're talking about. Like, we know this is not a licensed product. No way.
Nope.
And it's like, it's like $4 or $5. Yeah.
Where did you get and what are those? I mean,
Let me show you. So these are.
Yeah.
can you blow your screen up?
Yeah, let me
The big screen so I can see you and your stuff.
Well, I actually did a review. If you guys want to check, they're made by Linos. Let me blow it up here quick.
I found this on Temu.
Yeah, so these are made by a company called Linos. And there's a review on my channel of these. I'm looking at them right now. I bought 6 Blood Angel, 3 Blade Guards, 3 Intercessors, and 6 of the and it doesn't do justice what I'm showing you right now, but 6 of the Grey Knight Terminators, and this is all chrome. There's chrome on these figures. It looks awesome. These figures are this is literally like a Lego as Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, I would say it's lower quality than Lego. So it's like you really feel that it's fake Lego, but the design is awesome.
Dude, these are awesome. Again, Blake, I did a full I know I'm like promoting my channel here, but I did a full review on these as well as the Intercessor and the Blade Guard versions of these. But these are awesome. This is me. So here's the funny thing about this, about Linos, is if you go to their website, let me jump over here.
Can you spell the name of that company?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go to the website right now. I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Because what's funny about them, do you remember a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, GW started doing going around with the ban hammer, essentially, to all parties that are using their IP, that are not licensed out. This website was official Linos. They had all the Warhammer figures here. They had Sisters of Battle, everything. After this is where I ordered them from. After they came out, and they must have gotten a cease and desist from Games Workshop, they were all up here. There was vehicles, there was figures, there's Sisters of Battle, there's all the chapters. You would not, dude, absolutely amazing. I just bought 6 of them. 6 Blood Angels and 6 Grey Knights because I couldn't believe it. So if you search Linos, let me see if I can do this now. If I just Google,
I had no idea about that company.
Yeah, it's Linos. They make is that it? Let's see, Linos.
Just found them at random when I was looking for.
Yeah, they have. Look at this. Here's oh, they don't have it here anymore. See what I'm saying? Like, it's gone. Here's their website.
Yeah, I was looking right here. There's no more. You can't get those figures on their site no more.
Nope, not anymore. So again, you can probably go to like eBay or something like that and pick them up. But they've had Sisters of Battle. They've had
or Temu, like that you were saying.
Yeah, everything, dude. They had so many. There's so many that they made. And again, right after about a month ago, everything was killed from their website. Cease and desist must have come their way. So,
and it makes sense, of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Back to the earlier conversation we had.
Yes, exactly. So that's why I'm me being a hypocrite.
I was gonna say, does that mean you're getting rid of your figures? If you want to, you can ship them over to me. Don't worry about it.
Ah.
Yeah, it's $4.
It's not the money; it's the principle, Emil.
There you go.
I'm gonna highlight myself really quick. So this is what I was talking about before. This figure right here is what the cosplay of my Grey Knight is based on. 100%. Like it's 1-to-1. Well, as much as 1-to-1 can be, but it's the Interceptor, so it has the Interceptor backpack. It has the 1-to-1 as far as the sword design. The entire figure, everything about it is what my armor, my cosplay is based on. So I love this. So Emma, what figures do you have on pre-order? Because I will go to the JOYTOY website and we can look at them together.
Yeah, and I ended up my basket, my cart, was way bigger.
Sure.
So I had one card at Loot LT Cave.
Yep.
And one card at JOYTOY, but I ended up with Adepta Sororitas Battle Sister.
Oh, I have a huge display of the sisters.
Yeah, I think they're beautiful, and I bought the.
Which one did you get?
I did get the one. Well, with the black.
Oh, you know,
Black and-
I'll look up Sororitas. Hold on. So,
let's see. Sister Ludwenna.
sister. Here we go. Oh, right here. Oh, this is
Sister
awesome.
Ludwenna. Because I wanted to start with a sister that looked very, very classic sister. I mean, Adepta Sororitas, and I really liked her face sculpt compared to some of the others.
Any other one? Sure.
If I would get a second one, which it's not unlikely that I will get, but I'm fighting it, and I'm gonna fight this all the way. I honestly will. But it's like I'm happy that I bought it. It's the one with
Huge.
the face mask. No, down the plasma.
This one.
No, right.
This
Sorry,
one.
there we go.
Jarell.
Yeah, I didn't get her, but I probably will
Awesome.
because this pose looks amazing.
Dude.
Mhm.
And like you have all the sisters, right?
So I'm gonna say this. I mean, a battle sister is one of the figures I really want to make a tribute custom for.
Oh, dude, I gotta see that. I
Because,
gotta see
so,
that.
I have multiple parts here on my desk, but I keep removing parts and redoing it all together because I haven't, it's not there yet, and I need to finish other things before I prioritize her. But
Sure.
okay, so that's the number one.
Sure. By the way, I'm gonna highlight really quick. I have all these are awesome, by the way. The sisters of the Order of the Argent Shroud. They fit perfectly in with the Grey Knights. Their armor is so perfect for the Grey Knights. They fit perfectly, dude.
Is there a lore that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but their lore isn't tied to the Grey Knights, but their look. I just was like this. I had to have them all. So I actually bought doubles of each one of these sisters. So I have all of them plus the the armor. What is this? Their version of a dreadnought, essentially. The Paragon War suit. So this is
I seen. Yeah.
and this is actually a really good figure. The Paragon War suit is awesome. So what? Okay, so I cut you off. What is number 2? I apologize. What is
Okay, we have the Ultramarines Relic Secundus.
Oh, dude, he's coming this week for me. He is awesome. I know he's an Ultramarine, and I'm like supposed to not like the Ultramarine, but this figure is
No, and this is the one. I guess I have one Ultramarines when we talked about this. This guy.
the librarian. Yep.
But this one, I just couldn't. I kept coming back to it. It's like I need it. I don't know the story. I don't know the lore. I know it's from Space Marine 2, but it's like I just he's so over the top. And
I know.
Still,
Dude looks awesome. I know, Blake. Did you order one of these, or did you have multiples of the relics coming?
I have one for right now.
Look at. I don't know if you guys look at the. So they came out with collector's editions of Titus, Galadriel, and shit. I forgot the other guy.
Yeah.
Special Marine 2 guys.
They have blood on.
Yeah, they have blood. Like they follow the suit with the relic armor. This dude looks absolutely killer, dude, and his eyes light up also.
Amazing.
Absolutely awesome.
Have you guys played Space Marine 2?
Oh my god, I stream it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. There we
I
go.
love Space Marine 2. I was just on 2 nights ago till like 3 o'clock in the morning playing. We were doing the siege, which is you can play with other people from our stream and stuff like that.
Stupid question for me.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, so here he is with his eyes lit up. Looks absolutely awesome. So much like this is just the epitome of like Rome in the Warhammer 40K.
Yes.
Like this is a Gilliman and him. Like this is perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, I think I've never been a fan of that fin on top of the head, but it's just
Works with this one.
yes.
I don't know why. I'm like, why is he gonna go like dust the top of your ceiling in your house? Right?
It's just wonderful.
It absolutely
Just
fits.
stealing the top of your house.
Like he's gonna walk around your living room and dust your ceiling for you. Like I don't get it, but it works for him. So this looks awesome. And again, the light up eyes, perfect number 2. Perfect
Yeah.
number 2. So what is the number 1? On
Okay,
your
we
list?
have two more.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
this.
so I'm the third one is Castellan Crow.
Oh my god. You gotta
Good
be
one.
there.
You
Then
might
got the
understand
reorder
that
too.
he was actually the first pick, and it's like this is one that I really need to get. And here we have some other proportions that are way better.
Dude.
You know, and of course I had to read up upon up on the story about the sword and everything, and I heard your I watched your review about the second version
Yep.
before I bought this, so it's your fault.
Ah, good. I get another point. I'm getting powered up here. Awesome. This is
You're on this.
a great figure. Absolutely amazing. I mean, and his lore is great. And with Calor Dragor disappearing in 10th edition, Crow is even more important. He was in the Cascade Demon Hunters. Just absolutely awesome. And this figure is, even though it's a one of the first versions of this, kind of like I think almost second of this buck, this figure is absolutely amazing, even to this day. Even to this day, this figure is great. What do you think?
Since I listened to you both talking the other week, I'm been like on a lore frenzy, been YouTube, and today I've been struggling to not pick up this game again. But today, I've been free of this game for like 3 years or so, and today I picked Tacticus up, the mobile game. Yeah,
I have that on my phone too. Yep.
yeah. So I've been like going back, seeing all my old characters that I used to, and it's like, because I stopped playing when I went to Legions Con, and I'm like, okay, now I'm offline.
Sure.
This is a good time to just remove the game. But today I started. So I've been playing all day.
Oh,
and I
God.
love it.
I'm actually I'm gonna start a stream next week when I'm off. I'm gonna do a replay through of Cascade Demon Hunters, the game that is based all around the Grey Knights.
I have been looking on YouTube for a couple of days.
I'm gonna replay from. I have 900 plus hours on that game, so
I assume it is that good then.
Oh God,
It's
I love it.
playing.
I love it. It's the next to Space Marine 2. It is my favorite Warhammer game of all time, and I am a longtime gamer all the way back to original Street Fighter. I used to manage a GameStop. So top 3 games of all time for me is Street Fighter, right? I love Alpha 3 and Third Strike, so it's tied between those. Then it comes World of Warcraft, because I played that for 20 freaking years. Okay.
Whoa.
I just stopped. Thank God I got the YouTube channel, because that helped me stop playing World of Warcraft about in December, actually. Then my third is a tie between Chaos Gate Demon Hunters and Space Marine 2. That's how good Chaos Gate Demon Hunters is. It plays like you're controlling only 4 to 5 space of Grey Knights, so you're not controlling a full army, but you get to use their full abilities. All their, like, you really get to zone in on particular characters. You have Castellan Garen Crow in there. Caldor Dragor comes at the end. You fight Mortarion, kick his ass again. Okay, it's an absolutely awesome game. I'm gonna do a complete. I love it so much. I've been waiting for like a whole Grey Knight thing with the codex coming out with my cosplay. I know we're supposed to be talking about you, Emil, but I'm just like sharing.
No. Not about. We're lovers.
Dude, I am going to do a complete playthrough on Cascade Demon Hunter starting officially. This is the announcement starting next Monday. I know, Lone, that you're doing a playthrough on it also, but I'm going to do a complete playthrough of Cascade Demon Hunters. I freaking love that game. That is why I love the Grey Knights. So go ahead. So I apologize. So that is number.
No. So I've been thinking about picking that up, but today, I picked up Tacticus today, and I'm like, yeah, I have some customs to finish and stuff like that. But today was like, I need to work on Tacticus all day, or work on.
That's a good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, and I had so much fun, and it's like my friends, they've been keep playing for all these years when I have not been playing. So I'm like, yeah, I understand if I'm not gonna join the same guild because I'm so behind, and they're like, join the guild. here we go. It's like
Join
this
the
is my
guild.
gaming group. So now I'm part of the guild and I have responsibilities. So not towards myself. I'm not gonna sleep anymore. But you know the Green Knight, and then my favorite game, or one of my absolute favorite games ever, is Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh
know?
God, yeah, my wife.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
And I can't get enough of it. And I saw you were playing another.
We're playing Rogue Trader with my family.
Exactly.
And it's my first time my wife is like getting into Warhammer 40K. I'm introducing her into the lore. Her brother, who knows nothing and wants to know nothing about Warhammer, he's playing it, as well as her other brother who knows about Warhammer. So we're all playing it together.
What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome. I wanted to play this game by Owlcat Games, Rogue Trader, because the next game they have coming out next year, and this is for you, Emil, is all about the Order, all the Inquisition and the Order Malleus and the Order Hereticus and the Order Xenos. That is the next game by Owlcat Games that's coming out, and it's made in the same vein as this type of game. So I want to get through Rogue Trader because my eyes are on the Inquisition game that's coming out next year.
I think it's official. I think you've just caused Emil never to leave his house.
I know. I see these customs here, and I'm like, I will tell you though that I put up, after I placed this order, I actually put up a lot of my figures that were in my garage. You know, stuff that I've been a long time ago buying for customizing. But it's like I have a lot of figures. You know, so it's. And I think I've got my money back for this order, at least so far. So I'm going to keep selling to get more. So there's one final figure here.
So let's go. What is the final figure? Because you already got the awesomest, but go ahead. What's your final one?
I think both of you guys are going to like this one.
Sure.
It's the Alpha Legion Exodus, the one who...
Oh, my God. Yeah, dude. The Alpha Legion Exodus. So I got him. I'm going to do a review when I get all the rest of them together. But this is a killer figure, Emil. Absolutely. This is absolutely awesome.
I didn't know anything about the Alpha Legions until I started looking at the JOYTOY figures. And I'm like, I need to find out more about these. And the more you look at them, you know, you don't know too much about them, right? But it's the design, is just like what you've already said. It's so unique.
When you get this in hand, and I know, so look at, there he goes. Dude, it's so awesome. Let me hold on. Let me bring you into the full view here. There we go. Go ahead. There he is, dude. So the scale mail, especially for you as a Legion fan, and I know Blake can comment on this. It's just absolutely awesome. The metallic color, everything. I'm gonna shut up, Blake. You go ahead.
Well, no, I'm trying to, between our little IT thing, I'm trying to bounce between.
I know.
Looking at stuff here. So, yeah. So basically, I mean, I don't even know where to start. The figure is just done from head to toe. Oh, wrong camera there. The scale mail is just absolutely, the articulation. I mean, everything's done. I mean, even from the back, like people want to look at stuff.
Everything is there.
Look at all the gear that's underneath the cape that you never even see.
Yep.
You know, and then you throw in, of course, all the dragon logos. I mean, I love their emblem. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how you can. I would have to say, besides Alfurius, this is my favorite one of this faction.
Wow.
This, I mean, and then of course we'll take this down. Just the sniper rifle itself. Look at this thing.
Amazing, dude. That's the first sniper rifle we've gotten for any of the Warhammer figures, too.
Yep. I don't know. And then, of course, yay. His actual dagger, his dagger comes out. Everything. I mean, they didn't skimp on this figure at all. This whole Legion, they've been killing it. I mean, I've got two of the just sitting right here.
Oh God, those guys are awesome too. I originally was going to buy them, and I was like, "Shit, I'm all in."
Hey, when you got these, did you go like, "Shit"? They sent me the same two figures. Damn it! Did you realize they're like so darn close, except for their weapons?
I know. That's what I noticed on the review. Not the review when I originally first saw them because I haven't gotten those ones yet. Those will be coming this week. But yeah, I said the same thing. I'm like, holy shit! Like the captain and the soldier essentially are like just weapons, really. There are
Yeah.
some small differences, but yeah, I mean, dude, the paint job on these, Emil, I cannot wait for you to get the Exodus in hand, dude, because it blew me away. Alferis blew me away. I bought their
Yeah.
whole legion.
You know, I keep laughing at, not laughing, but, smiling at people who are like, oh, I'm getting too many of these. I'm getting too. And here I am, like, yeah, I'm so excited. This is definitely, the number one sci-fi line.
Absolutely, dude.
I mean, look at this back here too. I didn't even notice this. This is funny. I've had the figure since last Monday,
Yep.
and I didn't even notice this just because there's so much to take in on this figure, or just a lot of the figures, right? It's really cool when you can put a figure on your shelf or unbox it, look at it for a while, put it away, bring it back out, and you notice new things. And this was the thing that I noticed. Look at the little. They got dragon head clips
To hold his cloak on. I know.
to hold his cloak on. Those are dragon head clips.
So awesome, dude. So awesome. And they again, JOYTOY takes the miniatures and they do a 1-to-1 representation and they just blow it up, right? Imagine the miniature just blown up and super well painted. And I know that here I'll highlight something. I know that a lot of the painters, and there's another JOYTOY Discord where a lot of people they voice their complaints, rightfully so, for some of these figures. But like, dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think it's absolutely amazing, the paint jobs on these figures. I think the articulation looks amazing. I just think it's awesome. Absolutely amazing for these figures.
I agree.
So going back over to so I think you got an awesome 4 figures, dude. The Alpha Legion is great. I'm actually, after this stream, I have a couple of things to order, but I'm going to order an Alpha Legion hat by Starforged. So Starforged sells official Warhammer baseball hats. So they have the Grey Knights. I have the Grey Knights one. I have the Blood Angel one, and I have the Raven Guard. I'm going to buy the Alpha Legion because they just did a bunch of Traitor Legion figures, Traitor Legion hats of them. So I'm going to order that one on Amazon. I'm going to put an order in. When I do the remaining review, I'll have that hat on and I'll buy a shirt as well. So, but this is just, I think right now is such an awesome time to be a Warhammer fan, because you not just have the tabletop game to be a fan of, or painting, or the lore, or the videos, or the games, or now the JOYTOY, the action figure community. Like, there's so many avenues that you can get into to enjoy Warhammer.
And I must say I'm very impressed with JOYTOY in the fact that, for so long, China is the country where Western companies, they produce their figures, or they're famous for the bootlegs, or they're doing stealing the licenses and stuff. And here comes JOYTOY, a Chinese company making excellent figures with their unique original brands from the start, and then they get the Warhammer license and other licenses and keep delivering. I think that's amazing. I love I love that, because then China is famous for having a toy company that's
absolutely and
legit.
they have,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm really trying to just say the good things here, but
no, I agree. And the other thing too is they have a very fervent homegrown fans of JOYTOY, and they love their figures. And so the quality that's coming out from this, I don't see this. And again, the closest comparison that I could say is 4 Horsemen, Mythic Legion, Cosmic Legions figures to what JOYTOY is putting out. I think they are very close. I think that these are very much like a miniature version of a hot toy in a lot of sense, with the amount of articulation, the attention to detail in a smaller scale figure. So I agree. I echo your sentiments as well, Emil. So all right, so we got we got your figures that you have now. We have the figures that you have on pre-order, but we have not covered from this stream yet. What is your number 1 figure that we have influenced you on for the upcoming future that you're looking at buying? Is it Angeron? Is it a Nemesis Dread Knight? Is it the Imperial Knight? What, in your opinion, have we sucked you into, Emil? What have we helped decide your fate on? What are you gonna pull?
Okay, I would say there are two things, but in different ways.
Sure.
When we were looking at the statues, and you showed Abaddon,
God, yeah.
I was like, because Abaddon was one of the more expensive figures that I had in my cart on JOYTOY, and
Yep.
I'm like, nope, I have to stop here. I really need to stop here. I need to start with a few. But it's,
Keep going.
So with seeing this, we shall see what will happen. But other than that, it's definitely the first character you showed. I don't remember his name.
You're talking about the Blood Angel one. You're talking about the
Yes, because that
Yes.
came from the far, from the side, like woohoo, getting this one.
Well,
I wasn't prepared for wanting to have one of them.
yeah, dude. He looks up with he's got the iron halo in the back.
Yes.
Such a good figure, dude.
The,
Perfect representation of that helmet.
yeah, and he
Orals.
Yes, I would say it's this one today.
Awesome. See, Blake, we've accomplished our goal. We get a quest completed. So we've got a quest completed here. So
Yay!
awesome. So Blake, before we close up tonight, because we've been going for 3 hours, anything you want to share? Anything else that you've gotten for the week that you want to quickly show out to people? I'll highlight your camera here.
Just this one that I showed earlier. And let me see if that shows up here. I'm looking at that.
Card, yep.
Yeah, so the Victrix card is really awesome. This new scale, or this Space Marine 2 scale, it's kind of grown on me. At first, when I got my 3 Space Marines in, and I'm not unhappy, and I will not stop collecting the main line at all. None of the main size figures.
Sure.
But when I first got, because I wanted Titus and his counterparts, I wanted the Space Marine 2 iconic 3 players.
Sure.
I was really impressed. I was impressed with the swappable armor. You could put him in jet. That was really, really cool. So I guess the thing that I want to say with this figure is there's 2 things that happen here with this figure. First off, I think the quality is still there. I think the paintwork is top notch. There's no difference. I think the shield is actually better than the original shield with detail.
Yeah.
So that's the original. Look at that.
Marble, right? So Emil, in the middle where that Ultramarine U is, it's like almost a marbleized plastic look with like a little bit of a darker hue in some of it, right, Blake?
Yeah.
Dude, it's absolutely, and I love marble. That's why.
The detail. Look at the detail. There's so much detail my camera's not even picking up compared to this is more of an older school, less detail type version. So you got that, right? Yeah. Then you have the fact that, come on. Look at this.
Yep. And we got a comment from Trevor. The SM2 figures are freaking amazing. The light up helms put it over the top. I'm definitely getting soft goods for them. So go ahead, Blake.
So you have the light, and what I love about this, I didn't know, is these are touch oriented.
I didn't know that either, dude.
So you can turn to where he pulses. Look at that. See how it pulses?
That's awesome.
And they take the 3-volt batteries, the little button-sized batteries, which are the bigger ones. So I've had this battery and messing with this thing for several days, and look how bright it still is.
Wow. So Emil, you have your Relic Secundus armor coming, and he has the same exact feature. So you're going to be able to mess around with it.
Yeah. So I would say that these are pretty awesome. I'm pretty darn excited with everything that JOYTOY's doing. I'm excited with the Warhammer lore, have been for almost a couple decades now. I think that without a doubt, in my gut, I think because Henry Cavill is the one leading this series coming up, and he's very, very hardcore, and Amazon has given him the reins, I don't think this series is going to disappoint. I think it's going to be the epitome of go buy stock now in Warhammer, because when this series hits, and if it hits the way it needs to, dark, gritty, ruthless, tells that story like a Star Wars, good and evil, Grey Knights versus the world, if they do it right, and with Henry Cavill being a childhood, fan of this line, growing up playing this his whole life, this is his dream, by the way. In one of the articles or one of the interviews I saw, he talks about this is a dream come true for him and he wants it done right. So I just think that, which is great for us as collectors, I think this is going to take Warhammer into another level, especially when it comes to action figures and all types of collectible memorabilia for this line. I think that's good for us, because what it does is when you create stuff like that, it also drives the prices down because you have other people, a larger volume of people that are involved. So I think cost effective wise, especially as me as a collector, I'd love to see the prices come down a little bit more, because I love this lore, and it would allow me to continue to just, building my world behind me.
Wall of Blake, we'll call it the Wall of Blake.
Yeah, the wall. My wallet calls it the Wall of Shame, but
No.
that's what my wallet says. My bank account.
Emma, what's your thoughts on the Cavill union with Amazon for Warhammer 40K?
First of all, I'm very positive to it. Amazon has done some really horrible choices, with Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, horrible choices. They've also done horrible choices with other things, but they've also done amazing things. Just putting out Secret Level, where we have the D&D episode, and the 40K episode is the best in the series. So they can do good things as well. I know, the discussions were going back and forth when they talked about doing this show, and then suddenly the lore appeared with female custodes coming into the picture, and I was like, okay, I didn't know this. Let me just treat. And it's like so many rumors back and forth, like, oh, is this because they're gonna make a Vogue 40K show or something? And I'm like, I'm very interested in seeing, but they really can't do that. No. This must really be a dark, grim, kill all aliens. This is not a cute world. Then we need something else. This needs to be dark, and it needs to be enough, not for everyone, but for most.
And that's exactly what Henry Cavill said, Emil. He said this has to be broad. If Amazon won't let him run it the way it needs to be delivered, that he wouldn't do it. And they said, okay, it's yours, run it.
I heard that. I'm just a little bit worried, but I am extremely optimistic, and I'm gonna keep it at optimistic.
I agree with you. This is a tough lore to bring to film, because it's so violent and so crazy. In the world we live in today, you're going to have a lot of people, naysayers, or people wanting to put the brakes on the true Warhammer world coming to a screen where people can, influence children, young kids, and obviously it needs to be censored, and you need to be a smart adult of who is going to watch a series.
I don't imagine me watching this show with my wife.
No.
And that's fine, because that's not what this show should be. We have other shows to watch together.
Correct. I agree.
Warhammer caters to my Marine Corps days. I'll just tell you that. When I watch Warhammer, we'll just leave it that way. It's a gritty, real world out there a lot of people don't understand. But unfortunately, this stuff happens.
Look at the slogan in the 41st millennium. There's only war. That's it.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. I want to play there in the games and stuff, but I don't want anything to do with it. But what you want, you want more of these.
Oh God, stop it, Emil. Get it out.
You want a black, the Black Templars.
No.
The Emperor's Champion.
Stop it.
the best figure.
No,
in line.
I'm not
Emil
gonna
is now the enabler. Emil is
No.
now the enabler. I love it.
no,
Do you mean? Are you telling me that I have this figure and you don't have this figure?
stop it. Stop
Do
it.
you even call yourself a
Oh,
collector?
God. I'm getting the same color red as the Blood Angel figure that I can see on my screen right now. You don't understand. What I do is I buy one and then I'm like, I gotta get them all. And then I'm gonna go over to Wog Toys and they have an entire 3 pages of custom parts. Okay. I do not now, and the other problem is I'm listening on Audible to the first Armageddon, right? On the Audible. So, and that's all about the Black Templars and all this shit that's going on. Okay. So, no, I don't need you to. I am the enabler. Do not take that away from me, Emil. Okay.
You're torturing yourself by reading that, listening to that.
It's an awesome audiobook. Wow. Oh my God. Awesome audiobook. So, yeah, I think we covered a lot here today, Emil. First of all, I want to say thank you for coming on and talking 40K with me, because this is the reason why I made this channel, was because all of, especially JOYTOY, I would go on to, I've told this story a million times, I would go on to other toy streams and I'd be like, I'd throw a super chat at them to talk about a JOYTOY figure, and they would look it up. They have no idea what I was talking about, look it up, and they'd be like, yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, let's talk about some Ghostbuster stuff. And I'm like, no, please, I gotta talk about JOYTOY. So I am happy that you have an enjoyment for this and love for this. This is the reason why I made this channel.
I'm very honored that you brought me on. It's been a great time talking 40K together, and like I said, this last weeks have brought me back to the 40K universe.
Yay.
And I'm like, I need to do other stuff as
Did it,
well.
Blake?
No.
Virtual high five.
But wouldn't it be fun to make a tribute to this?
Oh my God, dude, you have
A
to.
Grey Knight Terminator.
You as a
tribute
Grey
figure.
Knight super fan, just like me, you have the ability to do a custom justice of a Mythic Legion / Cosmic Legions as a Grey Knight.
I'm planning for it.
You got to do it.
You know what I want, Emil? I want a Corn World
Oh God, damn it.
Leader custom, Mythic Legions custom. I've thought about throwing it out your way. You know, obviously I'd pay you, but I want to see if you can pull that one off.
That'd be crazy.
I feel intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. We need to talk more.
I agree. Hey, I think a good idea, Wraith, just throwing this out there. I know we're going to wrap up here.
Sure.
But I'd love to do an episode maybe with you, me and Emil again. I'd love to do several episodes with you, me and Emil again. But let's do, I'd like to talk about what you'd like to see in the next level figures.
Sure.
Like,
That'd be
which figures would you like to see come to fruition in the JOYTOY line? Because we know they're going there.
Absolutely. And they're versions of those blade guards, essentially walking out with the shields and stuff like that. So I would definitely love to. Well, I'll talk to you, Emil, on the side. I'll talk to you, Blake. We'll figure out a day. I'm guessing sometime in September. Again, we'll do it this time to help, maybe even a little bit earlier. We'll talk, Blake. We'll talk the three of us because I know you're west.
Absolutely.
But we'll figure out a time that works, and we'll schedule it either Sunday or Saturday, whatever works for you guys. But we definitely will do another one of these. I had an absolute blast, Emil. I had a blast with you, Blake, for coming on, and I had a blast with all of the people who joined us in the chat. Thank you guys for listening to me berate Emil for 3 hours about getting more JOYTOY figures, all the lore and everything that's wrapped up into my head. So, Emil, before we go, anything else that you want to comment on or you want to shout out to the folks?
Well, enjoy the hobby.
On, right? You're going to be at Legion's Con this year.
I will be at Legion's Con, and oh yeah, I promised Blake that I should say this. I will also be bringing some books to Legion's Con. I'm working on a customs book with all my, most of my customs in it.
Oh, yes.
And
I'm excited.
2 children's books that I will be bringing.
Oh, that's awesome.
That I've done in the past for.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, Blake, do you have anything else to say before we close out the show?
No, thank you, Wraith, for putting a show on like this. You know, you do a lot of hard work in your channel, and I much appreciate it. Thank you, Emil, for being just a wonderful human being. As I've got to know Emil over the years in the Legions community, I would tell you right now that you can't find a nicer, bigger heart, more genuine human being than Emil himself. I mean, he's the pillar in the community, and he's probably sitting there blushing, and you know, he won't take credit for it, but that's what a true, really good, humble human being is about, and that's Emil. He's a fellow brother of mine, not only in Warhammer now, but in the Legions community. So I appreciate this get together. I think it was a blast, and I can't wait to do it again.
We're definitely going to be doing it again. So I will reach out, Emil, to you on the side, and we will definitely be doing this again. I want to quickly highlight something tonight. Because we're doing this early, I'm going to have some extra time. So at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to jump on and we'll do the next section of my battle sector playthrough with the Sisters of Battle versus the Orcs. So that's going to be, I think it's part 8 that we're up to right now. So I'm doing the playthrough of the new scenario that was put out about 3 months ago. So we're doing a playthrough on that. I'm going to get through that, and we'll start next week. We're going to do the official playthrough of Chaos Gate Demon Hunter. Again, I play Space Marine 2 and other stuff. So again, guys, I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat, everybody who's watching this on the replay. As usual, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. All right, guys, I'm Wraith. I'm out. Later, guys.